Okay. Oh my god. I don't know what the hell just happened. Um, okay, am I live? Okay. Don't know if I'm live again or what is going on, but... Oh, I am live. Okay. Okay, are we back? Okay, we're back. Jesus Christ, guys. I'm so sorry. I think I subbed to you from your last one, but if not, let me do that quick. Thank you, Nigel. I'm here. Guys, I'm so sorry. So, yeah, I have Wi-Fi where I am right now, and I'm thinking that is the problem. I actually don't have the option to even hardline right now where I am. So, yeah. Fuck, man. Pay that Wi-Fi bill up. I know, brother. It's not that, man. It's the Wi-Fi. It's so weird here. It's like it'll be fine, and then I'll get these crazy dips. I even have one of those Wi-Fi, like, it's supposed to make it... I don't know what the hell's going on, brother, but... as soon as me and my brother get our own place, I'm going to hardline, and it shouldn't be too much longer, but... Yeah, Jintoki, it's going to be very soon, dude. Very soon. We back up on this? Yes. We're back up, guys. We're back up. I'm really sorry. It really, really, really pisses me off, man, that this happens. Like, we had, what, 230-something people, and now we have, like, 20? Like, what the fuck? Oh, God. God. Well, hopefully we'll fill back up anyway, but guys, thank you for dealing with this crap. This crappy crap. You'll get a place with Meldron soon. Yeah, dude, so that's the plan. Yeah, Aroleth, it looks like, dude, it's just the Wi-Fi here, and it's unfortunate, like I was saying to the guys. Yeah, hopefully it'll help. Hopefully by liking the stream that'll help. But unfortunately, where I am now, I just don't have the option to go hardline. And, yeah. We are diehard fans here. Thank you, Atticus. Ain't going nowhere. They will come back. Don't sweat it. Thank you, brother. Get those thumbs up. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that, man. I do. I just, you know, it's just, like, really unprofessional. And, I'm trying to think, like, what other options I can have or I can do until we move. Because when it comes down to it, like, we should be moving hopefully within the next couple months, right? But that's like 2 months where potentially each stream could do this. And I don't want that to happen to you guys, you know what I mean? Like, it just messes up, like, we're on a roll and go back into it. So I just want to get back into the roll of things, guys. So I'm sorry again that it happened. Like I said, very, very soon, be living with Meldron in a new place. I can't friggin' wait, dude. I can't wait. Be playing WoW all day long, streaming all day long, dude. It's going to be great. So I will make it up to you guys then, I promise. I promise. I promise, guys. I promise. Emma Night Owl Outbreak. Thank you, brother. Yeah, so back to the warrior thing. My thing is, right, when it comes to warriors... You have the potential to do the most DPS out of any other class, especially on the side of the Horde, man. Wind Fury with a warrior, I didn't realize just how amazing Wind Fury was until I made my own warrior and realized just how much, like, damage Wind Fury does. It is absolutely insane, and I can't wait, dude. I cannot wait to be that shaman in the group and be giving that person Wind Fury. Like, I just love that so much, to have that thing that you can do. Like, if you're a shaman healer, dude, not only are you healing and helping the raid so much by that, but putting down just that one totem for your group, so beneficial, so beneficial. It helps with tanking so much, because all that extra damage equals extra threat, equals more rage to make more threat. It is just so good. Synergizes so well. And even on Alliance, warriors still are amazing, still, because they can go as ham as they want to and not have to worry about, you know, pulling threat. So much reduction. Salvation gives so much reduction in threat, guys. It's kind of unfair at sometimes, you know. It really it really is sometimes, but it's just so amazing, dude. And the thing about Alliance is they also have wipe prevention in the form of DI, right? You can bop someone if they need to. If you're getting hit and you're a paladin, you can bubble. Like, it's just so amazing the amount of things you can do. And I really want to talk about this for a second, right? Because the difference between Alliance and Horde is so different in rating. Like, I mean, yeah, for the most part, they're very similar. But, like, I've noticed this with Alliance, man. And it really, you know, and it's great for them. And I think when it comes to, like, a lot of the hardcore raiding guilds, a lot of them like to go Alliance because they have a lot of these safety nets. They have a lot of things that can make their DPS push without having to worry about it. Like, I know a lot of people talk, so it's only 10% better than Tranquil Air, says Melderon. The thing is, yes, that's true, Melderon. But Tranquil Air is an air totem, right? That's the problem. That is the problem that I see with it. And that will be taking the place. So yeah, you could potentially, you know, put a shaman in the group with warlocks and drop Tranquil Air. But then only that group of warlocks is getting that Tranquil Air. When, you know, 3 or 4 paladins, whatever, how many paladins you have, they're going to make sure that everyone in the raid that's doing DPS has salvation. Like, it is very easy to give everyone in the raid salvation on Alliance side. It's very easy. It's doable. It'll be done, and it is just all around just amazing to have that. And I think it tends to pretty much equal out in the end. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think by the Alliance being able to give everyone salvation doing DPS, making them able to go balls to the wall with their DPS, because a lot of times if you're Horde, you have to back off, especially as you're a warrior, dude, you will notice, man, if you're you're gonna have to back off at times. You're gonna have to back off your DPS. So what do you think in the end? I think in the end, the Alliance get a little bit more DPS because you got to think everyone's getting that salvation, right? Not just the melee is benefiting, you know, from only the melee benefit from Wind Fury on the Horde side. Even though a good amount of your DPS is going to be melee, with salvation, the mages get it, the warlocks get it, the rogues get it. Everyone gets salvation. Thank you everyone for coming back, guys. We're already back up to 68 people. Again, I just want to say sorry, guys. I right now have not a good connection with the internet where I am. Melor and I will be moving out in a couple months, and we'll have a much better connection, and I will make it up to you guys then. I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming back. I love you fucking all. You guys really make it, like, make it all worthwhile to me. Thank you. Outbreak, what happened was, I personally, like, right now don't have the option to go hardline, and the Wi-Fi must have just shit out. I mean, the weird thing was I was at full bars, and it just went, so I don't know what it was. I'm just going to blame it on YouTube. Just going to blame it on YouTube. I think it was equal for both. So you think it ends up being pretty equal, Atticus? Is that... So Atticus says, we used to have a shaman in our raid that had such crazy threat, he had to stop attacking and go sit in the corner for like a fourth of each fight. Dude, that is crazy. A shaman too? What? Dude, that's insane. So Maldoron says, yeah, you can give it to casters, right? Yeah. Atticus says, I will never forget the people that get me wherever I go. I talk to my original followers on Twitch and on a daily basis, still at Ace Ventura. That is awesome, dude. We literally have the best, I mean, I'm talking the best community. I have got to know you guys, and it has been such an amazing experience getting to know you guys, getting to talk to you guys. Everyone who joins the Discord, just talk on the Discord. Like, I feel like I've known you guys for a long, I mean, not even just saying that. I really feel like you guys, we have a connection, and it's not just WoW. That's the fucking thing that I love about it. It's not just WoW that connects us. It's just, I don't know, it's just who we are. I just feel like we have, and I just can't wait to play Classic with you motherfuckers, dude. Can't wait. Yo, Asheville is my hometown. Welcome. JLM. JLM, I lived in Asheville for 3 years, buddy. Where in Asheville? I lived in Asheville, North Carolina, baby, for 3 years. It was a great town, brother. I love it there. T-Bows is really good. It's super slow, and the proc is great, in my opinion. Yeah, T-Bows Blazing Longsword, baby. Thank you, everyone, for coming back again. So, In my opinion, Totem Twist and Wind Fury for melee is as strong as giving salvation to ally casters. Oof. VX Cosmos, that's what I'm saying, man. I was like, in the end, what comes out better? Is Wind Fury better, or is salvation? It's hard, but you got to remember, Alliance also get it's not just those two, right? Because Alliance, they get white protection in the form of DI. They get Fear Ward, and it's not just with Paladins. They also get Fear Ward, which on a lot of fights is pretty useful. More than pretty useful, can be very useful. So, you know, some people will go as far as saying that Alliance is easy mode, and I've made that joke before. I won't lie. You know, but I think it just comes down to totally different play styles, and I personally, myself, I like having Wind Fury better. I think being a melee, being a rogue, being a warrior, or being a shaman, because you get to give that to those people, is just so awesome. And even being a ranged and having, you know, I mean, yeah, you don't have Blessing of Wisdom, you have Mana Spring, or, you know what I mean, but you can also get Mana Tide Totem out of that. There's a lot of other things you can get out of it. But for the most part, man, I just think that Wind Fury Totem is such an amazing, flavorful thing, and it just synergizes so well with warriors and rogues. It's so good. So equal, a lot of people think it's equal. North Asheville, that's where I live too, brother. North Asheville, I lived right off of, what the hell was that road's name? Do you know where, what was that pizza place's name? Oh man, I'm forgetting the road now. I forget the name. Oh well, it's the Asheville, it was the pizza place that had the movies and stuff in there. I lived like right across the street from there. Wait, what? Ace Ventura, I could talk about PvP all day, but direct it toward death, I don't want to steal. So, what did he, oh, so how do you feel about rank 14? Are you no changes? If so, what about abuse people would do to achieve it? Faction colluding, pre-mades, manipulating queues to farm pugs, and mass ban reporting. Ace Ventura, this is a big, you know, source of contention for a lot of people, and this is why I'm so against right-click reporting, right, as well, because the thing is, okay, how I personally feel about rank 14 is if you put the time and grind and effort into that, I think you deserve to have, you know, to get those amazing items, to be that rank 14. The thing is, man, you know, and I talked about this the other day, it's not like you're the best PvPer. It just means that you can put the time into it, you can put the energy into it, and that's a lot about what Classic WoW is about, is putting that time and energy into it. I personally, so the abuse, right, that people will go to achieve it, so such as faction including pre-raids, manipulating queues to farm pugs, that kind of stuff, I'm not a fan of, right? I think if you're going to try to make it to rank 14, in my eyes, you know, it's just like when it comes to cheating, when it comes to botting, when it comes to all these different things, like, yeah, you can achieve it, but what's the point of achieving it if you're cheating at it? The same thing goes for when we're talking about that healing program that can make you heal. It's basically an add-on, a bot that you can download on private servers, where you press like one button, it'll pick the right heal, pick the person to go to. I feel the same way that I do about a lot of those things. For me, when you cheat to get something, it takes away the reward of doing it, right? Because I know, even though if other people don't know, I still know that I cheated to do that. So personally, I'm really against a lot of those things that the people will do to abuse, to manipulate, like farming pugs. But the thing is, a lot of those things, it's hard to at least, and you know, you never know what's going to happen in Classic, right? I think right-click reporting should definitely not be in there to the point where people can right-click, like say 10 people join a battleground, and this has happened in retail. They right-click report someone because he's their healer or their flag carrier, and he gets kicked out of the BG. Like that kind of shit, I don't even think, hopefully, won't even be able to happen in Classic. That's, I mean, that's the hope, right? But so I was, really, you were born an hour away from Asheville. That's awesome, dude. So cool. I was curious and wanted Def Camp to answer too, but the stream went down, so I thought I'd ask it while we waited. Yeah, Ace Ventura. I mean, dude, honestly, brother, I'm very much, I feel like if you put the time and effort towards it and you do it fairly, then you should be rewarded for it. But if you do it, if you cheat and if you try to manipulate your way through it, then dude, honestly, you don't deserve it in my eyes. I mean, anyone can get, you know, I mean, like, if I had two brothers or if I had other people to share my account, like, and it did account share to get rank 14, and if someone found out, yeah, you should have that taken away from you. Absolutely. We back. Yes, Giacomo, we back. Again, guys, sorry. I'm really sorry about that, but we are back. Brandon Media in the house. How you doing, brother? I'd love to see you here. Giacomo65 says, right-click reporting is cancer. I can see the abuse from a mile away. Absolutely, Giacomo. 100%, brother. Many say Ally is so much better PvE. Tell them not having Poison Cleansing Totem in AQ. Ooh, great point, VS Cosmos. And come back to me. In the end, it's pretty equal. The differences are situational, like what raid exact. Now, VX Cosmos, I think that answer you just gave was perfect, brother. Perfect. Let me read that again. So he says, many say Ally is so much better than in PvE. In PvE, because you got to remember, Horde, I think, has the upper hand in PvP. And, you know, I mean, you know, like we said, Gnomes have a great racial as well with the, Jesus Christ, I can't think. But tell them not having Poison Cleansing. So, guys, nature damage on poisons and AQ. And, yeah, you can have, you know, your cleanse and your remove poisons from druids. But the thing is, dude, Poison Cleansing Totem for that whole group, if you put a shaman in every group, it's just so good. So yeah, like Alliance might do better in BWL because of, you know, Fear Ward and other things like that. But Shaman and a Horde may have the upper hand in AQ, and this is a really good point that VX has here. It's pretty equal when you take into consideration the differences and the situational differences in each raid. And I love that. I love that, you know, one faction may do better on this encounter, and another faction may do better on this encounter. And, you know, your raid comp has a lot to do with it as well. But, you know, the fact is, you know, paladins and shamans are pretty different. They, you know, they both have a lot of the same abilities in a sense, but the way they go about and do those things are very different. And I really like that. I feel like it's so flavorful to have that. I wish we would have went multiple more expansions where shamans would have been only Horde and paladins would have been only Alliance. I think that would have been amazing. I think that's a great answer, brother. Get them likes, boys. Get them likes, this Christian. Hell yeah. Any of you guys see the newest Flagships animated video they just released? It's hilarious. I did not see that. Nope. Oh, also, Melderon just put a link in the chat. Brandung has made some t-shirts for us as well. If you guys want to check out some of those t-shirts, the link is in the chat. They're pretty cool. Dockin was wearing one of them yesterday. If you got to catch that, it was really cool. We didn't get a blue post this week. No, we did not. Nothing about sharding, report, or release date. No, hour left. Nothing of that so far. Kevin DeBon says, but no Chinese farmers in Classic won't give the authentic Classic experience. I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. Should the Azurmong Mage Blade go to healing paladins first over casters? Well, see, the thing is, depending on, because paladins technically won't have a good item until, yeah, it's going to be a while. See, I never played Alliance, Temulgin. I never played Alliance and got to like that far in raiding with a healer. I raided a little bit with my Rogue and Molten Core, but I don't remember any of that. That's a good question, man. I don't know. Like, I would say maybe, but that's a good question, brother. I think the casters would better utilize it. It depends on your raid group, man. It depends on, like, it's a really good question, Temulgin, and I really am not sure about the answer, brother. Escape artist, thank you, Melderon. I love you, brother. I knew you were good for something. Kidding, I love you, brother. They mentioned the release to be around the summer of 2019 since adapted, but since that's so close now, shouldn't we have more specific details about the release date by now? Adaptive, great question. I think hopefully soon we will. Hopefully soon we will. Hopefully, brother, hopefully. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective in the house, is of course, but relaunches and reboots don't usually get priority in PR department, it seems. Our Stone Hammer is still there. Ooh, as in the mace from BRD. Oh, that's the hammer of, yeah. So, the thing is, the mace from BRD, Hammer of Righteousness, or no, I'm sorry, Hammer of Grace, is okay. It's pretty good, but it is a lot better for the other one. So, yeah, guys, what class do you guys want? A mage. Okay. I'm feeling mage, guys. I'm feeling mage. You guys down for mage? Agreed, mage. Okay, mage for sure. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. All right. Let's get our talent calculator up over here. So, a mage. Mage. Now, I have played a mage before. I have leveled them pretty high up. I have a mage around level 50 now. I do know a pretty good amount about mages. So, what are your expectations as a mage in endgame PvE? First, we'll go through. So, endgame PvE, guys, when it comes down to it, for MC and BWL, the spec you will be is Frost, or at least Arcane Frost, right? And there are two possible specs that you can do. Now, only one person needs to be the Winter's Chill Mage, right? They are also known as the Cuck Mage or the Bitch Mage. I'm just joking. Everyone needs to have at least one in their group, because to give those points is just it's extra chances of crit. I believe how many you get up to? Is it how much? I'm just putting the points in for 1 sec, guys, so I have enough here to look at. I think it's, what is it, 25% to crit? 2%, so stacks up to 5 times. So what is, oh, it's 10%. 10% to crit, right? With 5 points in it. So one mage will be the Winter's Chill Mage. The other mage will go all the way down to, all the other mages, I'm sorry, will go down to Arcane Power. So guys, here's the thing about mages, right? They do amazing DPS. They do really good DPS, especially, you know, and they especially when looking at the whole of vanilla WoW, you know, they do pretty good DPS in MC, pretty good DPS in BWL, and they just get better and better. I think when you go fire as well, which you don't go fire until AQ and Nax because of the resistances in MC and BWL, you do even more damage. And the thing is about mages is they're very much needed and very much welcome to every raid and every group. Do people respect to fire in AQ? Yes, Jintoki. For the most part, yes, they do. Now, the thing is, which really sucks, and I mean, it doesn't suck, but in AQ, in AQ 20s, when you get like the books for multiple items, things like that, some people prefer. Some people, it depends on what you prefer, right? But I feel like fire will always do more damage in the end, especially when you become really geared. It's just amazing how much damage you can do. I love doing dungeons with mages. Yeah, guys, so here's the thing, right? Mages, for me, are probably one of the most fun of the pure DPS classes, because it's not, again, just about DPS as a mage. You can decurse, right? Which is really important in a lot of encounters. So there are some encounters where a curse will be put on, say, the tank or everyone, which reduces the amount of healing done by, say, 75%, right? Here's an instance where it's not just about this DPS class doing damage. It's about them being able to decurse and pretty much save the raid in another way. Just not by doing damage, but by also decursing. Very, very important, guys. You are not just about DPS when it comes to a lot of those fights. It's about the utility that you offer. It's about what you can give and help other people. You have a great buff known as Arcane Intellect, which increases the intellect of anyone that you give it to. Great, amazing buff. And you also have the ability to make food and water, which, I mean, you know, come every raid, it might get annoying because people are going to be opening trade with you and just expecting you to give them water. But guess what? It's another aspect of utility that you can give. You also have things like portals and this, that, and the other. So mage is a great, all-around great class if you want to be a supportive person, if you want to be someone in the raid who can offer something that's not just damage and not just amazing damage, but also a little bit utility as well. So Jeff Leonard, did you have a question? Instead of just one person can rank 14 or 14, can you get like 1,000,000 honor to get, yes, buff intellect? Do you respect Yes, you do. So, yeah, the vending machine. Did you guys ever see the Platinum WoW's video about mages? It's pretty funny. We can watch it if you guys want. So Jeff Leonard said, been playing a warrior for a decade, as well as on private servers like Chronos. Buddies really want me to be one, and I am glad to be one, but I keep fucking having second thoughts, and it has driven me mad. Jeff Leonard, here's the thing, buddy. Do what you want to do, man. The thing is, yes, warriors are always welcome. Warriors are by far one of the most common classes in Classic and Vanilla because of how good they are in pretty much every aspect that they do, except for leveling. But here's the thing, brother. Do what you want to do, man. Don't let other people pressure you into playing a class that you might not want to play. If you want to play a mage, go ahead and play a mage, dude. And the thing about mages is you're very good in a lot of things. You're amazing at PvP. You're a class that controls the fight, right? So when it comes to PvP, you have control in the form of a CC, one of the best CCs in the game, Polymorph. All right, you also have the ability to slow targets with Frost Bolts and to freeze targets with your Frost Novas. And you can do a massive amount of damage to anyone and be able to stay away from them for a long time. You can also blink. Now, blink is really good because if you get stunned, you can actually blink out of the stun. So say someone opens up on you, a rogue, with a cheap shot. Even though that cheap shot's supposed to last, you know, a certain amount of seconds, as soon as you're able to, you can blink right out of it, sheep him, and then start off on him. So when it comes to mages, it's all about the control. Control is the name of the game, brother. And you have things such as Ice Block, which can help you, you know, if you pull Threat, Ice Block. If someone is about to kill you and you don't have any cooldowns to use, Ice Block. They are very good at controlling the fight, and they're just really very, they have a great command in the battlefield, I would say. Hey gang, what's up? Michael McLaughlin, how you doing, brother? I recall having a mage alt for professions, but just after about a week, that mage had over 45 gold from selling portals, tips, and water. Honestly here, sure people had more gold than as it was late vanilla. Guys, another great point VX Cosmos made. The gold making abilities of a mage are probably better than anyone in the rest of the game. So the thing is, guys, if you want to go, there's something known as a mage AoE spec, right? So we're just going to show a little bit here. We'll just put some points in Improved Frostbolt, Improved Frost Nova. We'll put some points in Ice Shards, and we're going to get some points in Permafrost and Improved Blizzard. Now these 2 points here, so Permafrost, what it does is increases the duration of your chill effects by 3 seconds, reduces its target speed by additional 10%. But here, Improved Blizzard, so adds a chill effect to your Blizzard spell. This effect lowers the target's movement speed by 65%. So this is what they use a lot when you see the AoE farming mages. They'll be using this, and if you have this talent, you don't want to get Frostbite because you don't want them to freeze while they're AoEing. So basically, and I can show you guys a video of it, how a mage AoE farms is actually really, really cool. And you can make a ton of money by farming. You know, you can farm pretty much anywhere, places with elite mobs, dungeons, Dire Maul, Tears Hand. I mean, it's just really amazing to how much you can do. And I wanted to show you guys, let's see if we can find, okay, I wanted to AoE farming mage. I wanted to show you guys a certain video. I remember who did it. Okay. Frostadamus, here we go. Okay, so this is the one where he shows you how to make a certain amount of gold per hour. And guys, Frostadamus, never checked him out. Amazing content creator. AoE farming and BRD and Dire Maul, good money and a lot of fun. Absolutely, absolutely, Christian. Aren't mages a dime a dozen, making their income smaller as a result? Now, Pawn, that... Okay, the thing is it's not necessarily true in some instances, right? Because the thing is, a lot of items, so if you're farming for, you know, here, you could, if Scarlet Monastery could be farming for, say, Crusader, the Enchanted drop, there's always going to be a need for that. If you're farming in Dire Maul North, and you're selling, so you could actually sell people the loot from the first boss, which he has great bracers, or you can farm Dire Maul East and sell the lashers, which are gray, and those are just items that you sell to a vendor. So I would say no. I would say, yeah, mages are very common, but you can still make a great amount of money no matter what. And there's different things you can do to kind of counter those things that maybe if there's a lot of people farming this one particular thing, there's so many other options of what you can do. So absolutely, I think you still can benefit greatly as a mage. Enchant skinning wolves and bugs in DM North as a mage. Used to bar Buddy's mage on Elysium. Yeah, dude, it's so much fun. Dude. I started in BC in Portals to Shat, the big thing. Yeah, guys, so if you find yourself in Kargath, right? I did this on my mage not too long ago, and I had probably about like 40 runes of portals on me, and you know the runes aren't that expensive, but the thing is, multiple people would hit me up, and I was, even if you're not the only mage there, say there's one or two, I would get in a group, right, and someone would invite me and say, hey, I need a port to here. The thing is, you can make multiple gold off of one portal. So if 3 people need to go to org, all those 3 people are going to trade you 1 gold and give you just for that 1 rune. So you can make a ton of money just by selling ports in Kargath. You can make a ton of money by selling water in Orgrimmar, and it's not even just by farming. Just when you're sitting there, like AFKing or just doing something else, you can potentially make money as well. Would you downrank spells as a mage? So Jintoki, there are some spells I would downrank for certain things. So like Frostbolt rank 1 if you just want to get the slow effect on someone. You know, Arcane Explosion rank 1 to try to get people out of stealth, or Blizzard rank 1. There are things that you could use them to downrank, but for the most part, you know, or even if you just want to, so a lot of times on my mage, when I'm killing someone and he has a little bit of health left, I don't want to use a full rank Frostbolt to kill him, right? I know that a rank 4 could kill him, or even maybe a rank 1 could kill him, depending on how much plus spell damage you have. So yes, I would always have at least 1 or 2, maybe smaller ranks on your bars. Especially, you know, you want to have Arcane Explosion rank 1 for things like Stealthers, and Blizzard rank 1. But maybe just 1 other rank of Frostbolt as well to get that chill effect, or to get that last kill. Good evening, Dockin in the house, brother. I just want to say, Dockin, I had a great time last night, brother. We were just talking about the shirt, where people were saying they love the shirt. And guys, Dockin was here yesterday at the house. We had a great time. We had some cheesesteaks, had a cigar. It was a lot of fun. Frost Nova rank 1, absolutely, Moo Moo. Another thing, Frost Nova rank 1. Okay, I've never played one, so I'm clueless as to mage. Jintoki, that's why we're talking about it, brother. That's why we're talking about it. No problem, man. It's what it's all about. A friend and I, yeah. Yeah, I ate my friend. Yeah, man. Thanks so much for having me. Dockin, anytime, brother. Come down anytime. So, guys, real quick, I just want to show you some of this video and how Frostadamus, my brother, does some of this AoE farming. So let's go, let's fast forward a bit and just show you what he does exactly to... Okay. So you see here, he's going to gather them up here as much as he can, and you can do a lot. The thing is, you definitely want to start with the frost armor up. So he opens up with a cone of cold and then freezes them here. And now it's all about Blizzard, baby. So you go ahead and Blizzard, and this is why you want that improved Blizzard, to keep that slow on the targets. And, you know, 2 or so Blizzards, and you got an extra mob there. And when it comes down to it, you just freeze them again here. You got to be careful, though, because you can, you know, you got to remember, the more people you get, the more people you get hit. But you got to practice at it, you know. I mean, this is probably a bad example where he's showing here because he's stuck in the mine. It's a lot easier if you're doing it outside. Okay, so let's... Oh, and the other thing as well is you can kill elites or targets that have a lot of health very easily as a mage. So on my mage, pretty much almost every elite quest that I did, or person that I had to kill that was just like one person, I was able to solo. Even the what's the name of that, the shackles that you have to get in the Badlands? Is it the Badlands? Yeah, that you have to kill that giant dragon. There's 2 of them. What I did was I got them to reset, and I killed 1 at a time, and all you got to do is frostbolt them, and watch what he does here. See, he was using a rank 1 frostbolt there because it's quicker, just to get this slow. Freezing him,
and cast 2 frostbolts.
and it's just amazing at how much control you have as a mage. You can just kill people that are higher level than you, have way more health, and not even worry about getting hit. And he's just waiting now for his Frost Nova again, I think. Oh, he doesn't even need to Frost Nova him again. So yeah, Jintoki, it's great to use that rank 1 Frostbolt to get that slow, like he is here.
Just don't let him hit you.
I mean, guys, mages are a lot of fun. You have so much control. So much control. And, like, he's killing this guy. If you were a rogue, or, you know, you wouldn't be able to do it because he would be hitting you. The fact that you can never... if you do it right, you can make it so that you never get hit. It's just so powerful. Yeah, I love Frostadamus' accent as well. He's made some amazing videos. I love the guy. Love him, man. A friend and I are going to farm together. Yeah, dude, farming together as mages is very powerful as well. Still keep that time, but eliminate the competing for slots. Rolling a hunter, and I'm rolling a mage. Yeah, guys. So mages are amazing for farming, for whether you're doing outside of the world. They're amazing in PvP. They're amazing in PvE. Multiple specs that are available and useful for both PvE and PvP. You have your 3-minute mage, which is basically a presence of mind, arcane power, pyroblast mage. So that's why they're called 3-minute mages. Basically, is because every 3 minutes you will have your presence of mind, arcane power, and be able to basically blow people up in a matter of seconds. How good are troll mages? Troll mages path within are very good, and that's because of the berserker buff, right? So when you get damage taken to you, you get increased cast time. So it's very, very good. Troll mages, sometimes people believe in PvE, are the and which I believe as well. If and a lot of times in raids, you're gonna have some damage taken. It just happens, right? You're gonna have damage taken against you. You pop berserker, boom, you're casting faster right there, 10% to 25, I think it is, depending on where your health is. Amazing, amazing cooldown if you're a mage, just awesome to use. Mage getting strong at level 40. Yeah, level 40 is great for mages, especially when you get your ice barrier, man. Before I had my ice barrier, I felt so squishy. And then once you get the ice barrier, it's just so nice to have that. And like I said, guys, soloing elites, killing multiple mobs at a time, up to like 20 mobs at a time. You mean porn mage? Yeah, 3-minute mage. Get palm, but still fire, not 3-min shitty arcane. Yeah, I mean, it depends. There's obviously, again, guys, there's different specs for everything. For the main specs that people go to, we can go over some mage specs right now if you guys want to, but for the most part, you have like I said, you have your arcane power, frost mage. So it's all about, it would be, getting those frost bolts. You want the damage, you want the, so for a straight up PvE scenario, let's see, reduces the chance that opponent can resist. Frost channeling. You can probably put a couple on arcane reach. Oh wait, I don't even think we go that far, is it? So, actually no. And you need to go down to arcane power. So reduces the so this arcane solidity reduces the target's resistance to all your spells by 10 and reduces threat caused by your arcane spells. So you have to put some talents into shitty arcane stuff to get down to arcane power. Reduces the chance to reduce your arcane spells. Then, of course, you want arcane concentration, which gives you a 10% chance of entering clear casing state after any damage spell hits a target. The clear casing state reduces the mana cost of your next damage by 100%. Amazing, amazing. So next, I think we put increases all resistances. We could put a couple points in that. 5% mana regeneration. You can put, if you want to do some PvP stuff, you can get improved counterspell if you like. The thing is, you just need the points at this point, so I'm not even too sure what you're going to be doing here. So, I guess you could get. Oh, I'm sorry. We need the 5 points, the 1 point here. I forgot about that. Okay, so let me see something. Hold on 1 second. Gosh, we'll fix this spec in a second. 1 second. Okay, there we go. So we have the 1 point here. Presence of mind. Increases your maximum mana. Arcane instability increases your spell damage and critical strike. And then we need another point to get into here. So we need one more. Where can we put 1 point? Just put improved counterspell. Then you have your arcane power. We have 2 points left here. So that we have the main things. Your improved frostbolt. Your reduces the chance an opponent will resist your frostbolt. We can put 3 points in there. You can put a point in Arctic Reach depending if you need it while raiding or not. But the main thing is, guys, for like your arcane frost spec is you want the arcane power. You want your improved frostbolt. And then the other spec would just be going down to Winter's Chill and being that Winter's Chill mage. Mana Shield, okay, would be Mana Shield. Yeah, I guess it depends. Mana Shield would be okay for raiding, that kind of thing. 2130 and 22722 for PvP. Yeah, so 2130 is the Arcane Frost, correct? And then 22722 is a Fire Frost. Ooh, that sounds really juicy, baby. VX Guys said, during the class demo, Melderon made some very good points at level spec early on. Arcane without pushback on missiles clear cast and respec at 20, then always go Frost. Absolutely, VX Cosmos. Great point, dude. And the thing is, man, you know, like, for me, I feel that, you know, I really enjoy the Frost, you know, freezing someone and then getting that increased crit. I think Frostbite is amazing for leveling as well, and amazing at PvP. It gives your chill effect basically a chance to freeze a target. Just really awesome to be able to have that in PvP. And then, of course, Piercing Ice increases the damage of your Frost spells. Just really synergizes well with crit and a lot of damage you can do. So, guys, when it comes to PvP, PvE, leveling, mages are just all around very good at everything. They're a little bit slower when it comes to leveling because you have to drink a lot. But if you're an AoE farming for leveling, you can potentially grind mobs like just crazy. The grind potential per hour is amazing, and how much XP you can get. Selling Conjured Soy Milk as a mage, worth it? Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, Canville. Absolutely worth it. That's true, but mages should be more efficient gold farmers because of their ability to AoE farm and grinding elites if necessary. Or am I mistaken? Yes, that is. No, you're not mistaken, Pawn. Absolutely not. Giacomo. But mages are the best farm class in the game. It's just Hunter, Warlock, the pet classes can farm alright too. Yeah, Giacomo, the pet classes can farm, especially like Hunters can farm Dire Maul. They can do pretty good with that as well. Every mage in the game will be Frostback. Well, John's Crib, yes, especially in the first couple raid tiers, so the first couple phases. Yes, most of the mages, except unless a mage would like to respec just for PvP. You know, a mage could respec for PvP to do some damage in a battleground as an arcane fire mage or as a fire mage. Atticus says, I'm just going to level a mage on a separate account and stay logged in a major city and spam and sell ports and food all day when I run around on my warrior. I love it, brother. I love it. Joe Dirt in the house. Joe Dirt says, Moomwa, chamois can't purge a macro and then the chamois is dead. Can't purge him. Maybe. Molten Core, baby. Absolutely Molten Core. Dead. Oh, dude. That's the thing, man. Like, so improved counterspell as a mage, amazing, 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 amazing. Because it's basically a silence at that point. When you put the 2 points into it, you basically have a silence. And so mages, as a shadow priest, when I fight a mage, it's always a pretty good fight. I feel like I get the upper hand a lot on a mage. But again, guys, like as a mage in PvP, I've seen really good mages who are able to defeat warlocks 1v1. If you know what you're doing, guys, there's just so much potential. And again, like I said, it's all about that control, baby. All about the control. Warrior Pride worldwide, says Jumanji Joe. I'm having trouble picking between mage or rogue. I feel like mage would be the way to go since rogues struggle with solo farming mobs. So, Nick, here's the thing, brother. Do you personally enjoy blowing shit up from afar or blowing shit up closer? The mages and rogues are very different classes, but they do have similarities in a lot of ways, right? I feel like the similarities in mages and rogues lie in between their control. So mages can control things in the way of sheeping, in the form of, you know, freezing, slowing. When rogues can control things in the form of stealth, first of all, by picking and choosing the mob you want to attack, by stun locks, by sap, even though in sap in vanilla will take you out of stealth unless you are spec'd into it, which still is only a 90% chance to not take you out of stealth. It's still a lot of control right there to be able to sap, especially if you're sapping another target or someone else. But your stuns is amazing, you know, as a rogue for control. Also, the fact that you can vanish and blind, a lot of control. So they do have some similarities in that case, but after that, they're very different, right? Mages have so much utility in the form of slows, blowing people up from afar, you know, blinking out of stuns. When a rogue is more of that deadly person to keep you in that stun lock. And it's really fun to fight a rogue against a mage because, you know, I like to duel my brother a lot. And, you know, he's, you know, I on my rogue when he had his mage and I would just destroy him. But a good mage can do very good against a rogue as well. I'm sorry, brother, I didn't mean to make you sound bad there, but I love dueling you when it's mage rogue. Again, guys, you know, depends on what you like. Do you like being a melee? Do you like being someone who is, you know, And I take the RP aspect into it as well. Do you like being that shady person who's stealthing behind someone, gonna kidney shot them, or cheap shot them, stab them in the back, or do you want to be this arcane person, who's the knowledge and all this, and you're a spellcaster, basically a wizard. So I think take that RP aspect into as well. What do you like better? Yeah, shots fired at it, because Melderon will admit it. I am the better PvP player than he is. He will admit it. And it's just that, I have a lot of fun with it. But he's getting better. Melderon is getting better in PvP. Yeah, no problem, Nick, brother. Like I said, man, all about what you feel, brother. Do you feel like, for me, I love mages, but for me, I feel like rogues just do it more for me, if you know what I mean. They do it for me more, brother. They do. At least Warlock is more interesting, multi-dotting, fearing, tanking mobs, mage pressing, frostbolt. Yeah, Kaneva, yes. Do mages have a little bit of a limited arsenal when it comes to their main attack? Yes, but don't forget, man, in raiding, right? It's not just about that. It's about, will you be decursing as well? And yes, in raiding it is a little bit boring sometimes, but Chris, yo, what up, my dude? How you doing, brother? The thing is, man, yeah, and exactly, like MC Mark Markson just said, no dots in raids, man. Especially, 16 debuff slots, bro. You're going to be spamming one button as well. And out in the world, mages don't just use Frostbolt. You're using your Frost Nova. You're using your Cone of Cold. You're using your Fire Blast. Out in the world, when you're soloing things, when you're PvPing, mages may not be as complex as warlocks in PvP either, but it's not just pressing one button all the time. And you could argue the same for warlocks in the PvE side of things. When it comes to raiding, a lot of time warlocks are only pressing one button. Yeah, you will banish, but mages will poly, mages will decurse. So a lot of people like to say that, like, oh, mage is only one thing, but when it comes down to the truth of it, when you're out in the world doing your thing, you're not just hitting one button. I would say warlocks definitely can have a higher skill cap ceiling. I would say, personally, I believe that warlocks do have more tricks up their sleeve when it comes to a lot of things. So I get what you're saying there, I do, but it's not just that. It's not just the one button. And Atticus says, "Oh, what up, hype? Thank you, Hilarion. Thank you, brother. What up? Sapped girls can." God, that's not. That's like, you can't. No dots in PvE. Yeah. Kevin. Christian Easton, mages do use AoE during trash. Yes. Well, you two have very different ways of thinking. He's very scientific and calculating, when you're like me, and to a degree, fueled by emotion, which relates to PvP and PvE. Atticus, absolutely, brother. I am way more fueled by emotion and my personal experiences than Melderon. Melderon takes a very scientific view, and he does this with everything. So it gets a little annoying sometimes when he looks at everything in this scientific view. But I also really tend to lean on him when it comes to his logic, when it comes to his ability to see things from a very cool-headed point of view, and leave his emotions out of it. He's almost like a Vulcan at times, but not so much. He can be sometimes, but my brother is a very, very smart person, and he tends to use that in almost every aspect of his life. So John Kevin says, mages push one button. I'll remember that when you want a portal for water. John Kevin, nice. Atticus says, no time for Melderon to do his drawn-out calculations in PvP. Good point, Giacomo, good point. He's like, well, so if I attack from here and my coefficient is boom, you're dead, bro. What happened, bro? What are you doing? I was doing my calc. No time for that. Melderon says, sorry, I was writing something for new classic WoW gems. What did I miss? Oh, nothing, Melderon. Nothing much. Nothing at all. You didn't miss anything. No. Nothing. Nothing at all. Atticus said, my brother and I are the same way. Two sides of the same coin. Absolutely, brother. Destro Lock is Wrath of the Lich King was the best playstyle, in my opinion. GTER. Yes, love it, brother. Yes, a new video hype, guys. You got to check it out. Melderon working on this Gems of Classic WoW. Really, really good. Oh my god. These grapes are so good, man. Leonardo, I'm glad you enjoy this kind of talk, brother. I enjoy it as well. I really do. Melderon sees some unskinned bear on the ground and yells to Defcam, free money right here. When you said that in Def Talk, dude. It's so true, guys. We'll be running somewhere together. I'm like, guys, we got to get to Kargath. We got to get here. And every single mining node, there he goes. I'm like, dude, can you just walk by one? Please, just walk by one mining node once. Just do it. Oh, look, there's free money, bro. It's free money. Walking by, there's like a line of dead mountain lions. I'm like, oh my god, he's going to skin every single one, isn't he? And you hear him, he's like, oh, someone didn't loot their mountain lion. Don't they realize this is free money right here? Free money. It's so funny, dude. Nothing to see here. I love you, brother. I love you. But it does get annoying sometimes when you have to skin every single dead mob, dude. Oh, God. It's... mages get plus hit as a talent. Pretty OP. Oh, God. I just went down to there. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's great. And keep server names on private. Actually, writing something for you. Oh, there you go. Hey, Defcamp. I'm not sure if you have talked about this subject before, but do you think they will release a full server list before Classic comes out, or will they just release Classic? Nick, it's a good question, brother. I'm not sure, man. I would really like to see a server list, because I want to know how many servers. I want to know if they are going to go ahead and do RP PvP server. Who knows? Maybe they will. I mean, we were talking about this just in the Discord chat, guys. If you're not a part of Discord, I just want to say, please join the Discord. Also, if you're not following me on Twitch, please follow me on Twitch. Here's a link for Twitch. That is the link for Twitch right there. And I will give you guys a link for Discord. Oh, and also, guys, the VODs, from now on, you'll be able to watch them on Twitch, right? Because they're all uploaded to Twitch. Occasionally, we will put one up on YouTube if it's something, but they're all available on Twitch, so just remember that. And the Discord link... Thank you for the follow. And here is the Discord link, guys. So yeah, so the thing is, Nick, I would really like to see a list of servers. Personally, I don't know, it would be nice, right? It'd be nice to see how many servers per realm, area. But Melderon and I were talking about this the other day, right? So the limitation to how many realms they can have is a lot higher now, right? Because they personally, I mean, they can definitely make, the technical limitations aren't the same back then. So we're wondering how they're going to do it. If they're going to, because, they actually had huge servers that they put their servers on, like, so it was actual piece of technology, when now, I think it's all like, I don't know if it's cloud or what, but what I'm thinking is they can have, like, I don't know, this is technical mumbo jumbo, but it's interesting how it's going to work. I'm not sure, brother. I'm not sure. That's why I have 200 gold at 40 every time, says Melderon. That's true, brother. That's true. Thank you for the follow, guys. Thank you so much. That is very true, though, Melderon. He does always have a good amount of gold at, like, low level, dude. I don't know how he does it sometimes. I do. It's by skinning and getting everything that he walks by. Thank you, guys, for the follow. Yeah, but who normally has more gold? A logo? That's a funny question, because right now, I have way more gold than Melderon does. But that is also because I do farm DM East on my priest a good amount. I have close to 2,000 gold right now on my priest. But I will say, when we're leveling together, he by far will have more gold than I. But I'm pretty good at saving gold too. I am. But he just, for me, I feel like goes a little bit above and beyond. Maybe that, I don't know. Have you seen the Frostmage Vortune PvP videos, Aralith? Absolutely, dude. I love Vortune. Absolutely, brother. Hell yeah. Thank you for the follows, guys, over at Twitch. Thank you so much. I can't walk by an unskinned bear beast after I or anyone else kills it. It's a real issue. I know. You got to talk to Melderon about that. He knows too, brother. Loot the mobs. My Greek raid leader shouted in Vitrolo, trying to skin. Stop saying brother. I can't, brother. It's like part of my thing, brother. Sorry, Duke Davis. If you can't hold it, brother. You can't do it, brother. I'm sorry. I have skinning addiction also. Yeah, I have a saying brother addiction. Saint Sacred says, I'm with Melderon on that. I get it from my dad. He used to pick up every penny, nickel, dime he would come across in the real world. It was a big embarrassment at times, dude. I, that's exactly what my brother is like. Exactly. Kevin DeBunt, while loud techno music plays in the background. Where's part one, Sam? Part one, I don't think it's up yet. Melderon, we were debating on whether to put it up because we had a lot of stream VODs up, but we will put part one up. It's private right now. We'll make it, but now, from now on, guys, after this, all the VODs will be available on Twitch. But the last one didn't work on Twitch. It was just a bunch of bullshit, But Russell says, I have one shaman buddy, one warrior buddy. What do I roll to form the ultimate PvP trio? So you have one warrior buddy and a shaman buddy. The question is, Russell, is that shaman going to be... Which spec is that shaman going to be? Personally, I think a rogue would be really good. Because think about this, Russell. If that shaman, say, it can heal, right? And hopefully that shaman will be healing. If not, you want to definitely recommend, I would definitely recommend maybe possibly having a healer. But the thing is, if that shaman is going to be healing, maybe not all the time, but primarily going to be healing you guys, helping. Imagine him dropping Wind Fury Totem, dude, for both you, the rogue, and the warrior. I'd say that would be amazing for PvP. Rogue, warrior, shaman trio. My God, baby. My God. So good. I made like 100 gold in an hour just making portals. There is sweet spot in Ashara at the Water Elemental Lord Island portals. Yes. So Peter, you're talking about where the Aqua contestants, where you get the Aqua contestants from for Molten Core. Yeah, you can make a lot of money there too, brother. Polo Fiend says, Saint Sacred, my dad is the same way. Colonel Palermi says, how many realms of each type would you like to see? That's a good question, Colonel. So are we talking about like per, so realms per area? So we're talking like US, EU, like that kind of thing? Or are we talking about East Coast, West Coast? So personally, I think even if we're just talking like East Coast, West Coast, I would like to see probably, I would say, for like East Coast, US, at launch, I think maybe like 10 to 15 realms. Central like 10 to 15, West Coast 10 to 15, maybe more. I mean, depending on how big. So I'm hoping the server size, that's the thing. I'm going to say more realms because I'm hoping the server size is going to be around anywhere from 2.5 to 3K. Even maybe potentially 5K. I think the realms might probably be around 5K. In my eyes, that seems logical to have like around 5K realms, but I personally would like to see like 3K. So maybe even more than that. I don't know. Crash Realm by 40 shamans dropping totems at the same time. Absolutely, Kevin. That sounds awesome. Okay, well, I see you in DM farming. Absolutely. Hell yeah. I see you there, brother. Because you spend hours doing DM farming. I do. He does skin everything, guys. Oh my God, I'm far behind on the chat. Let me catch up. Do you think boosting services will ruin any part of Classic or make it toxic in any way? Absolutely. Fiddy, 100%. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on your question, but 100% boosting services would ruin Classic WoW, in my opinion. If you have to ask me why, I'll explain it to you more, but absolutely, 100%. Molderon, you should far DM North Dogs, then lots of skinning. Yeah, dude. Where is your Discord link? You posted Twitch twice. Oh, damn it, did I? I'm an idiot. Here we go, guys. Control C. There we go. There's a Discord link, guys. Discord link, babooey, at the bottom. All right. Can I get some brother in the chat, please? Hell yeah, brother. You sound like a Hulkster. I sound like the Hulkster. I love it. Methodical approach. Yeah. What's wrong with sounding like Phil Anselmo, Dayton? You know I met Phil Anselmo before? The lead singer of Pantera. I actually tripped and fell in front of Phil Anselmo, who's the lead singer of Pantera. I was like 16 or so years old. Or 17. This is Ozfest 2004 in Philadelphia. I met Phil Anselmo, who's the lead singer of this band, Pantera. I tripped and fell over the tent. It has like this long beam, and it actually ripped the back of my pants completely in half. So I get up, the back of my pants are ripped completely in half, like my ass and everything's showing, and Phil Anselmo and everyone in the band stands up and looks at me. But my buddy goes, he's fucking wasted, and everyone gets up like, yeah, starts clapping. It was pretty funny, but very embarrassing moment of my life. Very embarrassing. I wasn't wasted. I wasn't. I don't think I was, at least. Shadow Priest. Little dot cleave action. Hell yeah. Yeah, boosting services. Yeah. No, I don't think so, brother. I don't think so. Just dance on top of the mailbox for gold. Yeah, Jamal, you can do that. You might want to play a female character if you do that, dude. Cutthroat Alley is where it's at. Ooh. Well, I was thinking Warlock at first, but now I'm thinking Mage might be best, just to add some CC and Protect, dude. That's a good point, Russell. It's a good point. The Mage might be good as well. But so the Shaman is going to be a healer, correct? If you're going to be protecting him, that's what I'm guessing. I don't think Horde can dance for gold, unfortunately. No Night Elves, but we do have Tarn females. I mean, Araleth, what is more beautiful than a Tarn female? I mean, I like a little extra cushion for the pushing, you know what I'm saying? Female Orc, too. Yeah, you got female Troll, female... Well, not female Undead. If you're... No, definitely not female Undead. How about buying tier sets from the store? Pawn, I hope you're joking, right? Baba Booey. Female Orc and Trolls are hot, dude. I mean, it's all about what you like, brother. Can we get some Paladin love next? Alex, we can. Guys, it's time that we do Paladins, guys. I know some of you have been not looking forward to this moment, but we do have to get there. We do have to do it. We're going to talk Paladins, guys. Here we go. The Paladins. They are the... Oh, what's a good way to say them? They are the White Knights of Vanilla WoW. Alright. Ew, Paladins. Boo. Alright, guys. I know. But listen. We're going to talk some Paladins here. I personally love the way Paladins heal. Okay? So, real quick, I want to show you guys something. So, and the great thing about Paladins in Vanilla WoW, right, is personally I believe they hit their max pretty quick, and as far as leveling, right? So I really personally think that Paladins can be amazing. I mean, when you talk about endgame guys, Paladins, it's all about healing, right? In my opinion, Paladins make the best endgame healer for a couple reasons. And one of them right here is this talent Illumination. After getting a critical effect from your Flash of Light, Holy Light, or Holy Shock heal, gives you a 100% chance with 5 points to gain mana equal to the base cost of that spell. That's 100% mana back after that heal. And the thing why Paladins do so good, dude, and I'm not going to lie, it's because they're amazing at sniping heals. They can just get heals out quicker than anyone else. Having that in a raid where you're fighting with 8 other, however many healers are in that raid, being the person who can put that heal out first and potentially have no overhealing or the least overhealing is going to make you do the best, put out the most effective healing. So that is why, in my opinion, Paladin healers do so good. But real quick, I want to show you guys something. If you guys aren't familiar with Platinum WoW, guys, you guys have to watch him here. Here is his video, Vanilla Flavors, Paladin Vanilla WoW Class Guide. So we're going to watch this real quick, guys.
Protecting all that is holy. Protecting the weak and delivering swift justice to those who oppose the Alliance. I am a Paladin, a righteous Templar of light that is a beacon of all that is holy. I am a vessel that is used to deliver judgment to all that stand before me. Fear my
Can you please just buff the raid so we can pull the boss already?
So Paladin is not the class that we expected it to be when getting in the classic WoW, but
That's so true, dude. Just buff the fucking...
that doesn't mean it isn't outstanding in some regards. So let's see what these Holy Crusaders
Dude, Platinum WoW is the best,
bring
brother.
to the table. So for leveling, Paladin is very, very boring. Like, this is how you...
So leveling as a Paladin, guys, it is boring, but, I mean, I think at level 40, for me, I go Prot, dude. I think Prot AoE leveling as a Paladin is awesome. It could be really, really fun.
level as a Paladin.
Absolutely, guys. Let me put a link to Platinum's channel real quick as well. One sec. Let me just... Because Platinum doesn't just have... He does this for, like, every class, and it's called Vanilla WoW Flavors. Melderon has voice acted for some of the videos. It's been absolutely amazing. Platinum, dude, he is, like, the Nixium for Classic WoW. I think he is going to be huge. I mean, he already is pretty big for, like, just starting not that long ago, but he's going to be even bigger, dude, come Classic. I believe in this guy. He is fucking amazing. Amazing. That's the link to his channel, guys. This is Paladin leveling right here.
Since your seals buff your auto attacks, so you'll usually be auto attacking and using judgment every once in a while for some extra damage.
What kind of person plays a Paladin? Deaden. When it comes to healing, I would say the person who wants to be the most efficient and best healer in Vanilla WoW. But I don't play... I mean, I play Priest, so I don't know. Listen, dude. I'm not going to give Paladins hate because, honestly, I do like Paladins. I do. But I like them for their healing, for the most part. I think being a Paladin is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I do think being a Paladin is pretty cool. But lately, I have really fell in love with being a Shaman as well. So... What was your question, Deaden? Yeah, what kind of person? That's it. I like that Ion snacking bit of... Alright.
Questing experience will be slow, but steady. You'll be doing bleh damage, but you don't have much downtime because you can self-heal.
Very true.
Hey, for PvE, hey, guess what? Since you're a
Listen.
hybrid class, it means you'll probably be healing.
Probably be healing. Guys, when it comes to expectations for endgame for a Paladin, sadly, tanking is really not an option unless you're going to be tanking dungeons. You can absolutely tank, especially when it comes to Skullmance and Strat, anything where there's undead, dude, you will be great AoE tanking. You can do it. But the fact is you don't have a taunt, right? And not so much Rip Paladin Dreams, Giacomo. Not so much. We'll talk a little bit about that. I mean, you look at like what Esfand did with Rip Paladin, and you know it's pretty much what every other hybrid class would have to do. Is you have to bring your A game, right? You have to, like, if you want to be enhancement shaman, there's other things that you can do that help the raid than just damage. But the thing is with Holy Paladins, they pretty much do all that stuff as well. At least with an enhancement shaman, they can spec into improved, Wind Fury Totem, things like that. But you know what? I would say that there's a place for a Ret Paladin in a raid. Maybe one, though. Just one. I wouldn't bring more than one Ret Paladin in a raid, personally.
Holy Paladins are probably the second best healers behind Priests, in my opinion. As you get...
So Platinum thinks they're second behind Priest. I honestly believe that they can be more efficient than Priests. Absolutely more efficient than Priests. The problem is with Paladins, guys, is of course they don't have any AoE heals, right? A Priest has a heal over time. A Priest has a group wide heal. But the reasons why Paladins are so good in raids, and I'm gonna say this again, guys, is because a lot of times in raids, if you don't get that heal out quick enough, you're essentially doing no healing, right? It's just over heals. Paladins are very good at making effective healing. But when there's a lot of damage going out and you're just healing like crazy, Priests can absolutely come out on top. But I will always say that Paladins are the most effective healer in Classic. I'm not saying they're the best. I think they're... It also depends on the fight as well, guys, and it's a big contention as well. Depending on the fight, there are some fights where Shamans come out on top, absolutely, because the melee's taking a shitload of damage. But when you take everything into consideration, Priest and Paladins are very closely tied. Very closely tied, in my opinion.
You can super spam your 2 healing spells. Flash.
Place for Red Paladin is on the bench. But I feel you, Esfand did some magic as well. He did, brother. And that's the thing. And then, like I said, guys, that goes with any spec. If you want to go the extra mile, if you want to play a Kitty Cat Druid and farm, a shitload. I mean, and I'm talking about a shitload of Numerigons to get your manual crowd pummeler, and to have a shitload of mats and to get your sheep's wolf's head helm to power shift, you can do it and you'll do good damage, but you have to put more time and effort in than other classes will. Just like paladins are going to have to put more money and effort into getting those consumables, because you can buff your spell damage as well as a paladin because you're doing holy damage, and all that. So peace out, multi. Take it easy, brother. Pawn, peace out, dude. I have a great one. If you guys go get to bed, peace out. Well, I'm gonna be on probably for another hour or so, so you guys will be here, brother.
Light and holy light. This is because of a talent called Illumination.
There it is, Illumination, baby.
Now, Illumination makes it so that whenever you get a critical strike on a heal, it will cost no mana. Come next, Ramison, later.
So Jumanji Joe says, Esfand has given many people the wrong impression of Pally, to be honest. You're most likely not going to be the DPS, unfortunately. Jumanji Joe, I actually do agree with you to an extent here, because it is true that Paladins, for the most part, will be healing. And it also depends on the guild you join, Jumanji, right? So there may be a place for you in one guild, when in another guild there may not. So what Esfand did, I believe he was the guild leader, right? So that was, I mean, that helped him a bit. But it also really does depend on the guild you're in. Honestly, if I was running a guild on the Alliance, I would want all of my Paladins to probably be holy. But I would, if I was doing a casual guild, allow at least probably one Paladin. But that's just one spot in 40, and you're going to have way more holy Paladins. So it really depends. It's something that I would have to think about. But Jumanji, you are correct with us, and I do agree with you to an extent, brother.
Later content in vanilla, you can cast just as much as you want and pretty much never go anytime soon. For protection paladins, you won't see much of them in raids since they do lack a taunt, but in 5 and 10 mans, they're almost better than warriors in some regards. With constant
in 5 and 10 mans, they are really good, especially, like I said, guys, if you're going to be fighting undead.
They can pull groups of mobs and keep aggro with ease, and the spec really shines in dungeons like Skullomance that are filled with undead. Since paladins use holy magic and have spells that can only be used on undead like exorcism, they're pretty amazing in these scenarios. So since Ret is a DPS spec for a hybrid class, don't be expecting
looks so
to be
funny,
doing
dude.
crazy damage.
The human paladins
You'll be
look
in the
so
middle
funny.
of the pack, and you'll need to use your consumables to prove yourself. If you want to understand the spec in a super in-depth way, I suggest checking out Isfan's channel on YouTube. But at the end of the day, though, you're just going to be brought to the raid for your blessings. In fact, playing a paladin and buffing your party is an important part in any group scenario.
It does.
You have 9 different blessings for each type of scenario or class.
Dude, look at this Blessing of the Light for a second, guys. Just look how good this is for a holy paladin, for any healer. Places a blessing on the friendly target, increasing the effect of holy light spells used on the target by up to 400, and the effect of light spells used on the target by up to 115. Flash of light, I'm sorry. Lasts 5 minutes. Player may only have 1 blessing on him per. That is just amazing, dude. Ron Jeremy. Yeah, dude. I mean, like, Blessing of Light, and you're gonna have multiple paladins in the raid and multiple blessings on each person. And Salvation is so good for tanking. Sacrifice is an amazing blessing as well. Kings is amazing. Wisdom is amazing. Might's amazing. Salvation, they're just all so good, especially in a raid scenario. Salvation, reducing the amount of all threat generation by 30%. 30%, guys.
In your party.
Huge.
Now, buffing 40 people can
I
take
love
a
you
long
guys.
time.
I
So
love
you
you
want
guys.
to download an add-on called Pally Power.
Absolutely.
With a click of a button, you can buff a whole class in your raid, making it much easier for everybody involved. Oh, and you also have 7 different types of auras to help your party as well.
Dude, fire resistance aura, and the thing is, auras are great because they go like raid wide, but dude, shamans have especially with the a lot of their resistances as well totems. So this is why I say shamans and paladins are very similar in a lot of ways, but they're different in the ways they actually do those things.
So much like the shaman on the horde side, paladins have a lot of different ways to support their party. Much like in PvE, paladins have a bunch of utility with their blessings, auras, and stuns. PvP-wise, holy paladins are incredibly tanky.
Honestly, guys, I think holy paladins are probably one of the best healers in PvP, just because of, first of all, blessing of freedom. Like, imagine you're a paladin and you have someone else that you're healing, right? Say even if it's a mage, a warrior, someone jumps on you, right? As a priest, I have like one thing I can do to get people off me. Well, two. I can put my power word shield on, and I can fear them. As a paladin, you can just bubble yourself and just completely keep on healing, and like there's nothing anyone can do while you're bubbled. It's just so strong. You also have Blessing of Protection that you can put on a mage. Say there's a mage getting hit by like 2 warriors, and you bop them. Amazing. Like, or you can bop yourself. You can give people Hand of Freedom. Blessing of Freedom, which is absolutely amazing. I feel like paladins are very, very strong in PvP. I personally play a priest in PvP, and I love it as well because, especially if I'm playing Discipline and I can give people power infusion, feels so good. Put me up with an elemental shaman any day, baby. So amazing. But paladins are really good healers in PvP.
Since you have plate armor and a shield, you have a shit ton of armor.
Ron M, great point as well. Armor does mean a lot.
This combined with your fast, effective heals makes you a great addition to any pre-made.
And Bubble Hearth, exactly, John. Yep.
No. Ret Paladins are in a similar boat as they are in PvE. You're auto-attack reliant for damage, but you do have some useful buffing utility, and Repentance, which can be an amazing stun. There is another spec called Wreck Bomb for Paladins as well. With the spec, you have a talent called Reckoning. This talent makes it so that each time a critical strike is dealt to you, you have an extra auto attack the next time you swing. The trick is this can stack up to 4 times. So in a world PvP scenario, or in Alterac Valley, you can have a mob hit you while you slash sit, so you always get a critical strike dealt to you. With these,
you will not be able to do that in Classic, guys. The thing is, you will still get crit when sitting down, but it will not proc Reckoning anymore. That's how it's going to be in Classic. So sit crit, yeah, you will still get crit, but it won't proc the things that it procs. So how many times have you guys essentially gotten one hit by a paladin who had, you know, all those Reckoning stacks? It can still, you know, be good in a PvP scenario, especially when someone's being cut, like I say, a paladin's being kited, he's being hit from afar, and then he runs up to you and has, say, 2 Reckoning stacks. But I think it's fair. I think the ability to not have those, you know, sit crit Reckoning stats is going to be great. Thank you for subscribing, Dylan Squirrels. Thank you, Squires. Thank you so much, brother. As fans one-shot me on Anathema, absolutely, dude. While spamming / laugh, yeah. Thank you for the subscription.
These stacks, you can just run up to a horde player, just hit him, and just boom! For professions, if you want to be self-sustainable and save a bit of gold when buying consumables...
Just the way you get Reckoning stacks would just be... I mean, you can't gather the stacks. So you can still get crit, obviously, Josh. So anytime you're getting crit, you're getting the Reckoning. So the way you can gather the stacks is, say, imagine you're being kited by, like, say a hunter, right? And he crit you 3 times before you get to hit him. So as soon as you hit him, you have those 3 Reckoning stacks still. But it's just going to be, you know, by being crit normally, not by sitting.
I recommend alchemy and herbalism. But another route you can take is blacksmithing to make some decent gear before raids. Now, I recommend engineering for anybody that's interested in PvP, but I especially recommend it if you want to PvP as a Ret Paladin. Some of the problems that Ret Paladin has in PvP is they don't have any gap closers, so having bombs that can stun people is super helpful. So if 2 paladins are present in a group, they should both talk to each other to see who has the talents for improved devotion aura. The usual combo you'll go with is one paladin has devotion aura, and the other has concentration. If there are other paladins present, then they should pick resistance aura. So paladins get a free mount at level 40, and at
free mount level 40, baby, just like
60,
Warlocks.
They have a unique questline to purify a horse in Skullomance. It's a long, complicated, and expensive
Dude, I gotta say that the mount looks badass. It's a Paladin 60 mount. I love it.
quest. But when you do get that glorious golden stallion, everybody...
Absolutely, Kaj. I still definitely do think feral druids are underestimated. I think druids as a whole are underestimated.
You are a certified badass. But
yeah, Meldron, guys, if you guys don't know this, but Meldron 100% just hates paladins. He just hates them.
Everything isn't sunshine and rainbows for the paladin. There is the shaman, which has the ability called Purge, which can remove all your blessings, all your seals, and your will to live. It truly is a horrible experience.
You can't keep getting away with it!
But don't let that drag you down. Paladin is an amazing support class for the Alliance, and I would recommend it to anybody that wants to heal in PvE, be the best healer in PvP, play a supportive role, and maybe have some fun with protection, ret, or wreck bomb every once in a while.
There you go. Guys, please go give love to some Platinum, guys. Let me link his channel again for you guys. Platinum, like I said, guys, he makes amazing, amazing videos. Go give him some love. He's very close to hitting 10,000 subscribers. So if we could like do that like really soon for him, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Let the hate flow through you. Oh God. So for min-max Holy Pal in Raid, what is better, human or dwarf? That's a good question. Min-maxing for Paladin for either dwarf or human. I mean, you do get... That's the thing. Okay. The thing that I would say, I would actually say human because of your reputation, right? If you're getting more reputation, that means you're getting gear quicker through things like, you know, AV, which is good gear even for PvE as well. Reputation grind is really good for PvE. For raiding, there's a lot of items you can get the reputation grind. As far as your other abilities like, you know, stone form, I mean, you get the human spirit as well, which is pretty good. I mean, even spirit isn't really good at all for Holy Paladins. It's better than nothing. So honestly, I would probably say human. For min-maxing, yeah, and I would say dwarf is best in slot for PvP. PvP battles, I mean, stone form is just absolutely amazing. And the only thing though is like, I mean, yeah, you have cleanse as a paladin as well, but being able to stone form and not use any mana is good too. So I would say dwarf maybe for PvP. I mean, even I don't know. I honestly like human better for personally. Is that extra human spirit any good for paladins? So Giacomo, spirit is really not good for paladins. I mean, it's not that it's horrible for paladins. It's that they paladins and shamans basically don't get the benefit that priests and druids do from spirit. So druids and priests have things that allow their mana regeneration to continue in combat by a certain percentage, and priests have something that turns spirit into spell power. So that is why spirit is so good for first priests, is the best for priests, and then druids, and then shamans. Shamans and paladins MP5 is much better than a spirit. So if you see a gear that has MP5 over it, you want to take that over spirit, absolutely. And your main thing, you know, you want crit, and a lot of crit for paladin. The way you're going to get that is really pretty much through intellect, because and talents, but spell crit equals basically 100% mana back when you crit with your flash field or holy light. Sword specialization can help, Arrow. That's a good point. That's another thing I was going to bring up. So sword spec can help because you are at times as a holy paladin going to be hitting things. Another amazing thing that I love as paladins that I want to say here right now is one of the reasons why I like paladins so much is because of their ability to use their judgment of the light, right? So it's basically you're putting this judgment on a target, and when you release that judgment, it puts the debuff on there so that anytime someone's hitting that target, they're getting healing back. I love that mechanic. I love that way of healing. It's basically by doing damage, you're getting healing. And they have the same thing with mana. They can use a judgment that puts a debuff on the slot that gives everyone who hits it mana back. So really, really cool. I love that. I think that's a really flavorful and different thing as a paladin. Pretty cool. Stoneform to white blinds, JLM. Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. Any vids guide saying exactly how good human rep bonus is? How many hours of farming will it save on you? That's a good question, Multi. I'm not personally, I don't know of any myself that show that, but I'm sure you can look it up and try to find that. Rep is always underestimated. Arrowlath, absolutely, dude. I 100% agree, dude. Because the thing is that, right, when it comes to rep in vanilla WoW, is people are like, oh, well, you get your rep and then it's done, dude. From the time you're doing MC to the time you're doing Nax, there's always someone you're grinding rep with. And especially if you want to be an enchanter. If you want to be an enchanter, dude, rep is so good because there's a lot of reputation grinds that you have to do to get certain enchanting recipes. So whether it comes to gear, whether it comes to enchanting recipes or any other recipes, the human reputation is very, very nice. Very, very nice. Does troll regen become good with a lot of spirit from being a priest? Well, the thing about John Kevin, the troll regen is only for health. It's only your health regen. But it can get pretty good. So you're saying, yeah, basically, yes, because, you know, when you're killing a mob at the end of it and you get your spear tap, right, your health is going to regen quicker as a troll than say an undead, right? But as far as the mana regen will be the same. It will be the same. I will roll a Resto Druid. I want to feel a bit special from playing one of the least played classes and gear up the first. Daniel Rodriguez, great points right there. So Druids gear up exceptionally fast because Druids and Hunters, they gear up exceptionally fast because they will be, you know, brought to raids, but there won't be that many of them brought to raids. But, you know, Druids are exceptionally great, and I think people underestimate just how good Druids can be in certain fights. Having that battle res, having that innervate, and also, you know, having the hots and the one heal to rule them all, effectively the most efficient, or, you know, they get the most benefit from spell power since they have a 3.5 second cast heal. So just amazing healers. I actually really love Druid healers. I love seeing Druid healers on my raid. I think they're great. I think they offer so much utility. And personally, honestly, if I didn't play, see, I love all healers on the Horde. I love all healers in general in vanilla. I absolutely love priest healers. I've come to really love shaman healers. I mean, chain heal, dude. Just chain heal. Do I have to say anything else other than just chain heal? I mean, I don't think I do. And then druids. Like, I've really grown to appreciate every type of healing in Classic WoW. After you get the rep, you have diplomacy for nothing. But see, that's the thing, Terrific. You're always going to be using diplomacy for something. Like, throughout all of Classic, right? There's always going to be some rep grind that you're doing. Whether it's for Nax, AQ, AV, MC, you know, I mean, there's always a rep grind that you're doing. You know, to get your Aqua contestants is for AQ, you know, in my eyes, I feel like there's always some kind of rep that you need. Yeah, it's 10%. 10% regen out of combat and allows 10% of your total health regen to occur in combat. It's okay, yeah. I don't like the animations of the humans, so always dwarf. I would play Lance. Michael Wolf, so is it just me, or does it always kind of look like to me that humans like kind of run like there's something, like there's a stick up their butt? They're like, I don't know. It just looks kind of funny, man. Kill all fur bugs 8 times over. What are druids' role in pre-raid in pre-made PvP other than being a flag carrier? Zerdos 2. So depending on what the BG is, it's a good question. So in Warsong Gulch, it most likely is going to be flag carrier or a healer. Now the thing is, man, in AV, right? And this is a reason why I really like, and you can still do this in the 1.12 AV, even though more people will be going and rushing in the 1.12 AV. But the thing about druids and rogues and why they're so good in AV is like a lot of good pre-mades will get groups set up with druids and rogues. So you have the druids who are the healers who can help heal the rogues or their DPS, whatever. Usually you're going to be doing some kind of healing or anything. But they are great in AV for backcapping. So backcapping towers, you're going to go in a stealth group with rogues and druids and try to backcap towers. That's another thing that you use in pre-mates. And for Arathi Basin, they just make really good healers. Stealthers are always needed in PvP. To have someone who can potentially ninja cap a base themselves. You know, I think Moonkins do amazing DPS in PvP as well. So I think they're very useful in PvP, personally. I would be so bold to say that feral tanks spec'd and geared right are better up to MC than warriors. They just get outgeared past MC, no feral late. So the only feral gear that you really get is the pre-raid gear for MC and then in AQ 40. So KSJNF, I agree, dude. I think that druids personally make really good tanks during the leveling process, dude. I would say sometimes more so than warriors, just because of the threat that you can do, the health that you have, the armor, really good while leveling. I personally love leveling as a bear druid, and even being able to do some DPS in cat form, go into bear. I think it's great. I think it's really good. Yeah, dude, I agree with that, brother. Get a rogue friend and camp points in BG. MC, absolutely, brother. Exactly my words. Dwarf animations, human animations by 1,000. Yeah, dude, I agree. Dwarf animations are better. Question Robot. I heard that in BC, all competitive arena teams included Resto Druid. Wow. In BC, all competitive. Well, so in BC, the thing was, so I played a Disc Priest in BC, Christian. Resto Druid and a Warrior was amazing in 2v2, but a good, Priest. So I played either Priest Rogue 2v2, Priest Mage. I played with a Discipline Priest. I mostly played 3v3 though. I played Priest Mage Rogue 3v3. But I did get really high rank in 2v2 as well. Yes, Resto Druid and Warrior were really, really good 2v2. But they definitely were some of the longest fights I've ever been in. Was 2v2ing against them. Great fun though. They are amazing in Arena Come BC. Can this game just hurry up and release? Uranus, I hear you, brother. I know. We need it to come out now. Okay, so let's finish up with the classes. How many do we have? Yeah, BC, Resto. So we have Warlock and Hunter left, I believe, right? Okay, so let's talk about Hunter real quick, and we'll save Warlock for last, because Warlock honestly is the class I know the least about. So Hunter, guys, when it comes to Hunters in WoW, it's end game. Of course, there's only one thing you can do, unfortunately, and that is DPS. And you will be utilized in raids, though. So it will be a thing where you will be brought to raids. There will be a couple of hunters per group you really need for the trank shot and things like that. But when it comes down to it, you won't be doing. Like I said, they do pretty pretty well in MC. They do. For the most part, as the time goes on, BWL, AQ, the damage does not scale as well as other classes do. But you will be necessary. You will be brought to raids. Personally, I think as a hunter, your place of shining is during the leveling process. I honestly believe that you shine really well in the leveling process, and you honestly shine really well in PvP. We made that video where we ranked the certain classes and things like that, and I think we were a little unfair to Hunter in PvP, because I've really come to learn how well a Hunter can be in PvP if played correctly. So Christian says BM equals durable, marksman equals glass cannon, survival equals what the fuck. I love it, dude. That's great. Can we take just a moment and realize how close we actually are away from the game we've been wanting since Kata was released? Possibly earlier for others. I still cannot believe it's actually happened. Josh W. Let's take a moment and realize this journey we've been through together. Since 2004, 2005. We started playing WoW, many of us, maybe a little bit later, but we fell in love with this game that was the best game we've ever played. It was great. Vanilla was amazing. BC was amazing. Wrath was amazing for the most part. There were some changes, some things that happened, some things that we didn't start to like, and then for a lot of people, Cataclysm came out, and it was downhill from there. And ever since that moment, like Chris said, I believe Chris, right? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Like Josh said, Josh W said, a lot of us looked backward in time and saw fondly on those memories and said, will we ever be able to play this game again? A lot of us went to private servers. A lot of us, like myself, stayed with retail for a long time, hoping that it would get better, but it never did. And then something started to happen, right? These private servers started to get bigger and bigger. Nostalgias came out. People were wanting to play this game that they fell in love with, that the current WoW was nothing like it used to be. It was a shadow of itself. It became this single-player, multiplayer game that was kind of like an MMO, but it wasn't. You were being rewarded for nothing. You were given gear and shit for doing absolutely nothing. It was a shadow of itself. The glory had passed. Like, the amazing game that we all knew and grew up with and loved was gone. Will we ever be able to play it again? I don't know. And then Nostalgias came, right? It was like a ray of hope. And that ray of hope was shot down. It was shot down, and many of us took it personally. People like JonTron, Boogie, made videos on YouTube talking about how pissed they were at Blizzard. And we really started to fight back, right? We said, no, this isn't right, Blizzard. You guys are not being fair. Like, you're really pissing us off. I want to say more. I want to say angry things. But we were angry, right? I was fucking furious. I wanted to basically just, like, I felt like I was being abandoned, or I was being, you know, this company that, you know, I fell in love with it. I played all these games before. Like, you know, why don't you hear us? We want this. We want to play classic WoW. Why can't you just listen to us? And for a couple years, dude, it was bad. It was bad for a couple years. I'll admit, like, I stopped playing retail. You know, I went to private servers, and I said, this is how it's going to be for the rest of the time. Like, we're going to have these private servers. They're okay, but they're not the real thing, you know. Why can't they just do it? And then, like, out of a movie, dude, I honestly believed they would never do it. I don't know about you guys, but I really believed that, like, Blizzard, the only time they would even probably think about doing this was, like, after WoW died. And then that friggin' frack JL on crack came out on stage and started talking about ice cream. And that moment, dude, like, I felt like a little kid again. You know, when you feel like when something happens and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe this is actually happening. What is going on? Almost like this magical friggin' miracle type moment. That's how I felt. And ever since that moment, guys, Meldron and I, it's been a mission to make videos, to share how much we love this game, how passionate we are about this game, how much the community means to us, how much of an impact this game had on our lives, dude. I mean, look, for a lot of people, they don't understand. This game means more to my brother and I than a lot of things do in our life. It's brought us together. It's made us fucking... I mean, it is the hobby above all hobbies for us. Like, I love sci-fi, I love all these other things, but when it comes down to it, man, when I sit down, I'm watching videos about WoW. I'm playing WoW. I'm playing on private servers. I'm sitting there looking at specs. I'm making a website, and me and the other and our friends were building a website built around this game. This is what it's all fucking about. It's about the community. It's about the love. It's about playing this game, getting it, understanding it, and making this what we want it to be, and knowing that it can be this. They came out. It's coming out, guys. We're less than a couple months away from playing classic WoW. It's going to be everything we wanted to be and more. I honestly believe that. We have them coming out here saying this. They're trying to work with us. We're trying to build this together, guys. 100%, we are getting classic WoW. Yes, we're making a website, Kyle. We're building it. It's called ClassicWoW.live. It's not just me. I mean, I'm a founder on the project. So is Meldron. So is Cargos. So is, if you guys know Al, Taladrill. Yeah, we're making a website for Classic WoW, and it'll be ready for you guys soon to check out. We're really hyped about it. Guys, I still can't believe it. Like, I still think about it, and I'm like, we literally will be playing Classic WoW. A Blizzard-made Classic WoW in a couple months. The hype is real, guys. Hell yeah, brother. It's fucking coming, and I can't believe it. And I love each and every one of you guys so much. I'm flipping out. I want my vanilla. I know, bed rage. I know, beta rage. Guys, here's the thing, right? We have the best community, and I 100% believe this. We have the best community out there. Like, you read the stream highlights right now, the people that are in here, the amazing things you guys say, just the positivity and the kind of people that are here. I fucking love it. I love each and every one of you. To be able to play a game together with this community, just that is a dream come true. And then to make that game Classic WoW, the game that we all know and fell in love with, it doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't. I love you guys so much. People like Jintoki, I mean, VX Cosmos, so many of you guys, Vomp, oh God, I'm going to start mentioning names, and I hate doing this because I always forget people, but I mean, like Brandung Media, Necrocism, Crimson, Minoru, Pogren, every one of you guys, dude. I'm not going to name names because Atticus, all you guys in the chat, I love each and every one of you. You guys literally make this fucking thing, like, you make it all worthwhile. Love you too, brother. Giacomo, I love you, brother. I love you guys, seriously. You can't help sell hunters with killing the elites for that bow. You know what happens if anyone heals or deals damage to demons. Oh, you're talking about the VX Cosmos. You're talking about the manufactured damage. It will reset instant for you. Yes, VX Cosmos doing that quest for Rockdalar. We've been there, brother, and it's been hell. And it's the same thing with Benediction. It's a lot of fun though. You too, Zelko. Absolutely. Zelko Gaming, Vega, brother, everyone in here, Vega, Zellico, Atticus, Giacomo, that's why I went, John, Kevin, all you guys, literally everyone in here right now, every one of you has made this worthwhile for us, and I thank you guys so much for that. No, yeah, Irelith, thank you for bringing you guys. I know you guys, Melderon and I, like, we've done this, but if it wasn't for you guys who actually come here and watch us and like the videos and watch the videos, if it wasn't for you guys, none of this would be here. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have fucking Classic WoW. I mean, it was the NOS guys, yeah, so the NOS guys in my eyes, like, they brought us all together at first, right? NOS, and when NOS shut down, the amount of people who spoke out, right? And everyone signed the petition and did all this, that was like the beginning. And I think, even before then, like, Blizzard knew that we were out there, but I don't think they knew just how many of us there were, how many of us were waiting for this and wanting this for so long. Like, dude, it's just so sad what happened to retail WoW, and it's not the game that we want to play anymore. And it's not fair that we didn't have the option to go back and play the game that we all fell in love with. And when we finally did, they shut it down, like, for real. Like, fuck that, dude. No. NOS respect. Absolutely, brother. NOS respect. I'm freaking out, dude. I love it, guys. Dude, when can I get that character creation screen? I know I'm going to cry. I know, brother. I know, Josh. Saint Sacred said 3 months from now we'll be dancing together, drinking together, and leveling together in Azeroth. And these days will be glorious. Glorious, brother. Absolutely. Please tell us which EU server you will play on as an alt. Would hate to lose the enhancements. Absolutely. VX Cosmos, as soon as we figure out which server we're going to be on, guys, we're going to let everyone know. I'm running through Duratar and found 10 courses not looted. Melderon. You son of... Alright, guys. So, Hunters, I don't know much to say about Hunters, honestly, except for the fact that you're amazing while leveling, right? I mean, going Beast Mastery, but this is more about the end game expectations. The expectations are, as a hunter, I mean, you're going to be doing damage. There's going to be a few of you in the raids. You're very good at doing in PvP as well. But for the most part, I feel like free money right there. I know, brother. Melderon having a meltdown. I feel like for a hunter, man, like, for the most part, you have your place in raid. We could talk a little bit about, like, the Lockdelar quest line. That's amazing. Having your own quest line for these epic items is so friggin' cool. It really is. You're in God and World PvP and BGs, Fresh Fox says. And that's the thing, Fresh. Like, I've seen some amazing hunters. And on my priest, I will say this 100%. There is nothing worse than a hunter putting fucking Viper Sting on me. It is the most annoying thing in the world. I hate it, but it's so strong. To be able to go out there, do great damage, and just melt people's mana, so strong. There aren't that many amazing hunters out there, but when you run into one, oh my god, are they hard. They are very difficult. I feel like a really good hunter, a really good warlock, and like a really good shadow priest are like some of the hardest 1v1 classes out there. After NOS, I can't play current WoW anymore. It's just too bad, in my opinion. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Vega says, Def Camp, can you run a music track on? Oh, absolutely, brother. I thought I had one on before. I'm sorry about that. Let's put on some Messio again. We'll put some Messio on. Messio. And what do you guys want to listen? What do you want to? How about Elwyn? We'll have some Elwyn music play in the background. How about that? Ooh, it's loud. There we go. Have some Elwyn music play there. I love Elwyn music, guys. I'm going to roll on an RP PvP, crossing my fingers. They will listen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was a little loud. There we go. How's that, guys? Put on the login screen. Oh, well, Vega, you like this? This is good. Okay, never mind. That was in my game. That was just game music. I thought it was my music. ST Vietnam, baby. Oh, ST Vietnam music is good too, yes. See, the thing is, guys, like, I love Horde and all, but I love that,
The most serious mind.
Vomp. With the $50.01 again, Vomp. Vomp. Stop putting ketchup on Philly cheesesteaks. Guys, Vomp. Oh my god, Vomp. I can't thank you enough, brother. guys, if you don't know, Vomp has been dropping $50.01 pretty much every stream I've done. Vomp, you are a fucking legend, brother. Literally, you are going to be the reason why my brother and I can move out in 2 months. Like, I'm not even joking, dude. Like, so if you guys don't know, my job that I work at, I actually have been an intern in for like the past almost 6 months. And I'm finally starting to get paid at the end of this month. But like, between that now and what we've been making with streaming in the channel and Meldoron getting a job now, like that's why we're going to be able to move out and play WoW like nonstop. And it's just been making a dream come true because of people like you, Vomp, everyone else who's donated, and just by watching our videos. Seriously, guys, just by liking, watching the videos, like, you don't have to donate. I mean, Vomp, I appreciate it so fucking much, Vomp, I do. But guys, everything, just by liking the video, watching it, being here, it means so much to us, guys. Vomp, I can't thank you enough, dude. You are amazing, brother. You are amazing, and I love you. And I wish we can hang out with all you guys. We actually met one of our patrons before, and we had such an amazing time. Took him out for dinner, had a great time. If any of you guys are ever in the Philadelphia area, Vomp, just let Meldoron and I know, and dude, we would love to meet up with you guys. I want to go to BlizzCon, dude. I really want to go to BlizzCon next year. Have any of you guys ever gone to BlizzCon? Because I never been to BlizzCon, and I really want to go. Oh, God, Vomp. You are a champ, brother. You are a champ. Vomp buying DKP here won't work. That $50 here and there, Platinum eating Ion's head every day. What's next, dude? Do you guys believe that? Friggin' Platinum eating Ion's head every day. That is so funny. Are you comfortable sharing with the crowd that you were what do you do for work? I assume social work. So Josh, sure, I'll share it. Yeah. So a lot of you guys know I'm in recovery myself. I was an addict, and I am in 5 years recovery. So I actually work as a certified recovery specialist, which is a certification that I got. That's just basically, it's kind of like a counselor, but you know, I don't have as much schooling and training as a counselor does. So my thing is more of like experience-based, almost like a recovery coach. So I help people in recovery with multiple things. So either getting help with, you know, whether it's housing or just meetings, or I also run groups. I do groups and stuff like that. Talk to people one-on-one. I'm lucky enough to have a job that doesn't feel like a job. Like, I go to work and I love it, and then I come home and I get to do this. You know what I mean? Like, I have like the best life right now, and I can't complain, and I love you guys for that. But yeah, so that's what I do for work. I'm a certified recovery specialist, yeah, and then this, and I do that, you know, part-time, and then I do this part-time. So I'm pretty lucky. I've definitely come to realize that you know, my past was a little dark, but I'm really lucky now. And is it true that it's always sunny in Philadelphia? Vega, it's very true. Always sunny in Philadelphia. It never rains here, never snows. It's always sunny. Or 2016, maybe it was the one before Legion. Oh, what do you think? Oh, you went to BlizzCon 27. Oh, damn, dude. I would have loved to have been to this last BlizzCon, but then again, if that was my only BlizzCon that I went to with the whole mess of shit that happened, I don't know. I feel like this coming up BlizzCon might be a really good one. I'm EU, no BlizzCon for me, Jack. But hey, you never know, man. You never know. Might be able to fly over one day. I wish WoW was real life, man. Josh, how many times I had dreams that, like, I wish that I went into my my real life, like I went into my character. Like, I remember playing as a, I think it was as a, I was playing as a paladin, and I had like a dream that I was like my paladin, and I went to Orgrimmar, and I was killing people outside. I know, it was weird. Oh no, I don't remember, but I had a dream that I was my character one night. It was pretty cool, actually. Can you link me that video that you used for the background for your stream? Need it for when I stream. So Atticus, there's the thing. I'll talk to you in Discord about it. Okay, I will. Just remind me. Definitely, my older brother and I bonded closest when playing WoW since 05, and it inspired me to reach out to him and assault him with hype. George S, dude, definitely, that is friggin' awesome. That is so cool. Absolutely, dude. And I can say this for a sure 100%. Like, my brother and I, if it wasn't for WoW, I mean, we would be close no matter what. Like, my brother's my best friend, but WoW kept us together when he lived far away and I lived far away, and, you know, it really helped us stay together. And, dude, it's the thing that we share. Like, we share a lot of things that we love in life, whether it's sci-fi, whether it's, you know, certain books, certain video games, shows, but classic WoW, dude, is, like, at the core. Like, when we talk and we bullshit, we talk WoW. Like, it's great. When you dream about playing WoW and then wake up and play WoW, it's a beautiful cycle. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Have you guys ever seen the 2004 to 2006 BlizzCon? It's totally different Blizzard, and they're trying to make a great game and not make money. Josh W., yes, I have seen them, and it's sad. It's sad to see the BlizzCons of then and then see the Blizzard now, because it makes me realize how much they cared. And, like, you know, you had people like Mike Morheim, who literally borrowed money from his grandmom to help build this company, and then you see what happened to him, and like I think why he left personally. I'm not, you know, but yeah, it's two totally different companies, but you know, I do think there still are some people there that hold that mentality, but it's definitely dwindling, and who knows though, maybe we can help that. I don't know. I'm sorry that I couldn't play WoW in 2005. Beta Rage, it's okay, brother. It's okay. It's okay, because you're going to be able to play WoW in 2019, baby. Classic WoW. That's right. Brandon Media says, I'm going to play with my girlfriend. Can't wait to level with her on the fresh classic servers. Brandon Media, that is awesome, dude. I wish I could get a girlfriend that played WoW. That would be amazing. My ex did not understand gaming at all, and I literally had to, like, wait for her to leave the house to play WoW or go on a vacation and play WoW, because she did not, just would, like, look at me like, what are you doing? I was just like, I'm having fun. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know, dude. It's just, it really sucks if you don't have someone that at least understands your hobbies. And that's awesome that you have someone who can more than understand your hobby, but share it with you. That is beautiful, Brandon. I love that. My number one regret in life, not going to the early BlizzCons and getting the Murloc pets and the polar bear mount. Yeah, dude, I wish I would have done that as well. Vegas says, I legit once fell asleep on a WoW LAN party with a friend during my BC Arena days, and I had a nightmare about my Frost Mage freezing me in ghost form as I ran to my corpse. That's great, dude. Josh W. says, that's cool that you guys both play it. Usually, my brother doesn't like video games as much as I is hooked. I'm glad that, yeah, dude, it's awesome. It really is great having that. Chris Metzen gone from Blizzard, huge loss. Absolutely, John. Absolutely. I mean, he was amazing. Passionate nerds get replaced by greedy businessmen. Yes, passionate nerds got replaced by greedy hipsters too. That's what I feel like. Beta Rage, you angry? We in EU did not get the game until 2005. US got it 23rd of November 2004. Yeah, dude. What is best endgame gear stats for Warlock? Okay, you guys want to talk about Warlocks? Let me know about Warlocks. Okay. So, for mages and warlocks, you have what is called the Bloodvine set. Nigel, you met your wife through the WoW. That is awesome, dude. You guys have to go to BlizzCon this year. If you would like a business trip, absolutely multi-on. That's exactly what we're trying to do, dude. Girlfriends that play WoW exist? Yes, Jack and Mo, they do. They do. Yeah, dude, multi on that. I would love to do that. Josh W., here's a question. What do you guys think and want 4 years after Classic has been released? Fresh TBC, non-transferable characters, then Wrath. Josh W., personally, I want TBC. I want TBC after Vanilla. Absolutely. WoW has given me 4 IRL friends I still to this day see and talk to, and more to come in Classic, I'm sure. That is freaking awesome, dude. Atticus, I'm going to BlizzCon this year, no question. Atticus, dude, we got to work that out, brother. Okay, that is awesome. Okay, let's talk about Warlocks real quick, guys. So I feel like I know a little bit about Warlocks when it comes to like SM Ruin, you know, the different specs that you have as Warlocks. For the most part, guys, I want to talk about, you know, what you're going to be doing endgame. Amazing, you know, in PvP, great at leveling. The thing about Warlocks, when you first hit level 60, you know, you're going to be getting your Bloodvine set. So let me show you what the Bloodvine set is. Now, Warlocks scale really, really well with gear. In the first few tiers, you're not going to be doing that great, but towards the later end of vanilla, your DPS will explode, absolutely explode. And it's very similar to, you know, well, okay, so we'll go to the Bloodvine. So Bloodvine boots, right? There's 3 items of the Bloodvine. So Bloodvine boots improves your chance to crit with spells by 1%, increases your damage and healing done by magical spells in effect by 19, gives 16 intellect, right? Now you gotta look here. So the 3 set improves your chance to get a critical strike with spells by 2%. That's huge right there. So it's the Bloodvine boots. Then you have your, oops, I'm looking at Bloodvine, not actual Bloodvine. Here we go, Bloodvine leggings. I don't know why I was saying Bloodvine goggles. So the legs give 6 intellect, increases your chance to hit by 1. So that's 2 hit there already from the 2 items. Increases your damage and healing by 37. 37, so that's huge. And then we need the Bloodvine vest. So that's 3 items right here, and this is made by tailoring, and you can actually buy them in the auction house as well. You don't need to be a tailor to use them, which is a really cool part about it too. So Bloodvine vest, there it is. Okay, now improves your chance to hit with spells by 2. So that's 4% hit right there with the Bloodvine set. That's 4% hit, right? And then 2% crit through the set bonus, and then another additional 27 magical spells in effect. So this is a lot of this is 3 items from your best in slot right here, pre-raid BIS. Not until ZG. That's right. That's right. So what? Oh, that's right. We're talking pre-DM patch. So pre-DM patch is going to be a lot different actually, and that's one of the reasons why, as a warlock, like your gear that you have in MC and in BWL, well, in BWL it gets a lot better than ZG. But warlocks don't do that great DPS in MC. But you got to remember, guys, the warlock's utility in MC is key, absolutely key. You need 300 talent to equip the Bloodvine set, I believe. Do you realize warlock tier sets look sick? Yeah, the warlock tier sets do look very sick. I don't like TBC. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Bloodvine isn't before ZG. Yeah, they said. People running in fear. And it was up to me, I wouldn't want to fly in TBC. You need to be a tailor to get the set. Oh, you need to be a tailor to get the set bonus. Oof. You need 300 tailoring to equip the set. Okay. Is equipable without tailoring, but set bonus requires it. There you go. So the set bonus requires but it's still, even without the set bonus, guys, it's still really good because it's a lot of hit. Huge amount of hit. So that's the thing. So, okay, it was a set bonus. No, you can equip it at any level, but don't. Yeah, gotcha. Okay. So as I don't know that much about, so I never played a mage, never played a warlock in classic at level 60 at any game. And 2% crit is so good. Yeah, pocket 2% crit is amazing, but wouldn't you still say the Bloodvine is still even good even without the 2%? So even if you aren't a tailor, you should still be using Bloodvine, right? Because 4% hit is amazing. Chance to hit, good, can't get in talent tree. Absolutely, Jamar. That's what I'm saying. Use some events, and so other thing about warlocks in Molten Core, you're going to notice a lot of raids usually have at least 4 or 5 warlocks in Molten Core, even though they're not doing as much damage as mages, or I mean they're doing okay damage. They're doing pretty good damage, and if we have 16 debuff slots, which we will at the start, that means you can bring 1 Shadow Priest. That's going to increase the damage of your warlocks by 15%, which is really big. So that will increase the warlock's damage as well. But the main utility that you get from bringing warlocks into Molten Core is banishing. A lot of the trash, a lot of the mobs, and some of the bosses ads are elementals, and being able to banish them is huge in Molten Core, especially on Gar. Gar is a huge technical fight for a lot of guilds who are just coming into MC. It's going to be a big wipe for a lot of people if they don't understand how to do Gar, if they don't have enough warlocks. So warlocks are very much needed in MC. And the thing is, as you get gear, Warlocks get much better. They scale very, very well with gear. And once you're like, once you're at tier 3, Warlocks are just insane. When it comes to PvP, PvE, even tier 2.5, they just become ridiculously good in both PvE and PvP. So I want to go over a couple of the specs, because I know a couple of them, the SM Ruin and the SM Ruin, and I forget how they, but well, actually I want to go over a video that I watched. My favorite raid in the game was Ulduar. Ulduar was a great raid. Pallies have like one good set. Let's not get crazy. Yeah, dude, Paladin tier 2 is amazing, but so let's see. Warlock. Actually, we might just watch we can watch Platinum WoW's video on Warlocks too. I think that would be good. Warlock. I think that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, let's watch Platinum's one. Platinum. Wow. Okay. Here we go. So I know he goes over the specs here as well. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, so we're going to watch Platinum's video again on Warlocks, and this will give you guys a good insight about Warlocks as well. The thing is, I know for one of the specs, like SM Ruin, I think it is, you can be that spec for like the entirety of WoW, of Classic WoW, and they do so good in PvP and PvE, that spec. It's just like so good. I know a couple Warlocks who like never respect throughout like all of vanilla. Alright, here we go, guys. Another Platinum video.
Hello, Peter. What's happening?
This is so funny.
We have sort of a problem here. Yeah, you apparently didn't
farm the soul shards for tonight.
Oh.
That's another thing, guys. I forgot. How did I forget to mention this? So, one item of contention, or one thing that you at least need to know going into being a Warlock, is that you will be asked to summon the raid pretty much every night that you're going to be raiding. Now, a lot of places the guilds will go together, but there's always going to be a few people who either were doing something or they ended up showing up late, and you're going to have to summon them. So the thing is, farming soul shards will be part of being a Warlock. But in my experience, at least, and what I've heard from other people, it really isn't that bad. You can farm shards while you're farming for, you know, say, demonic runes, or farming for, you know, maybe Felcloth, or farming for other things. While you're out farming, just go ahead, farm some soul shards. It does suck, you know, you definitely will have less bag space than the classes, even with the extra soul bag and things like that, but farming soul shards can definitely be a bit of a burden. Yeah, fire mages and next are the kings. Why do you feel hype fainting? I don't know why you feel hype fainting, brother. I don't know. It must be a personal problem. I've played the Fire Mage in MC. It's perfectly fine if you have Curse of the Elements applied. Really? Dude, I mean, aren't there like mobs that are immune to fire in MC? Dude, way back when WoW used to be good, I remember I would forget to eat, and I was so addicted. Oh my god, Josh. Flew by like nothing. Dude, I remember times where I held like peas in for like hours, and I almost peed my... Dude, I know, it's pretty bad. A Warlock without soul shards is like Hunter without ammo. Dude, it's so true. Bag space for a lock, just like Hunters. Yeah, dude. Well, like 4 bosses are straight up immune to fire. That's what I'm thought, dude. Like, aren't there bosses immune to fire? I didn't know you could actually... So you do arcane damage instead? But well, wouldn't it just be better to be Frost at that point, Moonmoon? I mean, I hear you. I mean, if you want to do it, but... You just what? Just spamming arcane missiles? Isn't that a lot of mana too? Isn't arcane missiles like a shitload of mana? I just don't see why you wouldn't go Frost at that point, you know? Alright.
Yeah,
let's finish the
I'm
video.
sorry about that. I forgot.
If you guys don't know, this is from The Office.
Yeah. You see,
We are farming
I'm
soul.
sorry. Not The Office. Fuck. Office Space. Office Space, right? Is that what it's
Shards for every raid.
Did you see the memo about this? Yeah. Yeah, I have the memo right here. I just forgot. But it's not shipping out till tomorrow, so there's no problem. Yeah. If you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great.
It's so true. Dude.
Warlocks are the summoners of demons, the punishers of dots, and the farmers of soul shards.
I think tier 2 Warlock looks so good, dude.
So why should you pick a Warlock in Vanilla WoW? Well, let's see what these edgelords of Warcraft bring to the table. Leveling a Warlock is stupid easy compared to the other classes. Not only do they have a Voidwalker to help them tank on your trip to 60, but they also have abilities like Life Tap, Drain Life, and Drain Mana to assist you to...
That's the Fellclaw set, so that's the set you get while leveling. It's pretty decent for even a Shadow Priest or a Warlock while leveling to get that. Really good.
have the best.
And then here's the thing, with the Warlock pets, they are good, but in my opinion, they aren't as powerful as Hunter pets.
Uptime. It's recommended you get the talent called Improved Drain Soul, so you can get that extra mana regen between mobs to maximize your efficiency.
Basically like soul tap for priests.
The only problem when using this talent is you'll quickly realize, what am I supposed to do with all these soul shards? And that's why you gotta make a macro for this. Copy and paste this and make this into a macro. And what this macro will do, it will instantly delete a soul shard already in your bag, so you don't have to manually delete.
I definitely recommend doing that unless you're going out for farming for shards. If you're going to leveling and doing that, absolutely.
Delete a soul shard each time you use Drain Soul. Soul shards are nice, but when you're overflowing with them, it can get a bit cluttered. You might also want to look into getting the Shadow Weave set around level 45 to 50. The set gives you extra shadow damage, so you'll be even more efficient at killing mobs. You can craft this set as a tailor, but it's not really needed at all. All around, Warlocks are considered one of the best levelers because of how they can deal with powerful mobs, they can deal with multiple mobs, and they have a free mount at 40, so you can spend that extra cash to assist you on your way to...
Also, health stones are great. Soul stoning yourself. Like, dude, you know how many times you get ganked while leveling, and you soul stone yourself, and the person just runs away, boom, you just res yourself. So soul stoning yourself, health stones are amazing, free mount at 40, you are very good, you know, your mana you can just get through health, and then just, all you have to do is drain life to heal yourself. Very, very good. What have you been playing in the meantime? I've been playing myself a shaman and a druid while I play. So I have my priest, and then I play a shaman, a druid, and a mage, actually. But I've been enjoying the shaman the most, 100%. I love the fucking shaman.
Next level.
Alright, here we go. PvE.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Soul shard farming. Now, if you don't know, Warlocks need soul shards to make health stones, summon demons, and summon their friends. But you will quickly realize that you use a lot of these shards in raids.
Yeah.
So it's expected that you farm a ton before raid. People always talk about how this is dreadful, but in my opinion, it's really not that bad.
It really
All it takes is around 30 minutes of farming.
Like I said, just do it while you're farming your other shit.
And you'll be set. You don't even have to do it right before the raid because soul shards stay in your bags when you log out. Now, Warlocks have 2 or 3 rating specs usually. SM.
Okay.
You know what? Wait a minute.
This is great, dude.
These
Watch
specs do kind of sound like rap names. Ah, there we go. Much better. So the first one you have is called SM Rune.
So as far as I know, guys, this spec, and correct me if I'm wrong, Warlocks in the chat, but this spec is not only just good in PvE, but it's also amazing in PvP. I think this is the spec I'm thinking of. I think. But for the most part, I have heard of Warlocks being this spec throughout all of Classic. Doing farming, doing raids, doing PvP. It's just a great spec.
This is a spec you'll see most of the time. It doesn't do the most damage, but it's pretty decent for outdoor combat because of its survivability. The other one is DS Rune. This one takes advantage of the demonic sacrifice talent.
Or was it DS Rune? Shit, I don't remember. Viv, what's up, brother? How you doing in the house? I think okay to give Warlocks the Onyxia bags, at least in the beginning. Dude, Michael, honestly, we usually give our Onyxia bags to the tank. To the main tank. I don't know, maybe it's just because he was a raid lead and he just ninja'd them. I don't know.
What you'll do is you'll sacrifice your succubus to doing...
WoW and we... Dude, is it just me, or are most Warlocks that I come across, like, stoners? I don't know what it is, but, like, almost every Warlock I've come across are, like, complete fucking stoners, dude.
Increased damage.
Nothing
The
wrong
only
with
con
that,
to this spec is that it can be kind of squishy. So Warlocks usually go SM Rune in the early days of vanilla, but around Nax and AQ, most Warlocks will switch over to DS Rune
I don't think they need to, though. You can stay SM Ruin.
for the increased damage. For the first couple of raid tiers,
Would you prefer an SM Runes or Destro for BGs? PvE is no-brainer, but eventually spend 200 gold for respec every time you would go Destro. Thoughts? Yeah, that's why I'm saying VX Cosmos. That's why personally, if I was a Warlock, I would just stay SM Ruin, because it's still pretty decent in PvP, as far as I know. I never played a Warlock at endgame. Warlocks are all secretly pimps. Yes, all Warlocks are. It can confirm. Okay, you're all stoners, definitely, yeah. Dude, in German, beer is like water here. I used to smoke so much weed while raiding. Brent, I mean, yeah, I used to DM Ruin up to Nax with my Warlock, and then respec to DS Ruin, and then top my meters very often. Wow, dude. And that's the thing, dude. Once you do Nax, Warlocks are doing
Warlocks will not
so
do the
much
best
DPS.
damage compared to other classes, as they are quite gear dependent, and for the most part you're brought for your utility. Raids later in
That's what I'm saying, dude. In MC, you're still bringing a lot of Warlocks because they're so good when it comes to, utility and banishing. They need to banish in MC. It's Gar just on trash, shit like that. Your DPS isn't as good, but the utility is amazing. Remember, guys, it's not just about the numbers, not just about the DPS. Priests, on certain fights, they won't do any healing, but they do all the dispels. There's so many other things other than just healing or DPS going on in all of vanilla.
game like Nax and AQ, Warlocks can do some crazy damage with the right itemization. Alright, now cut the music. Okay, the shitty joke's over. Let's just move on, I guess.
PvP, baby.
Warlocks
Here
in PvP are all about one thing: control. Warlocks have many spells to control their
Another class about control, baby.
targets and keep them pinned while they slowly suck the life out of them with all their dots. Fear is the bread and butter of the Warlock, but other spells like Curse of Exhaustion or Death Coil are just as important in some situations. A lot of the skill when playing a Warlock comes with their pets. Knowing what
Dude, Succubus in PvP is so fucking good. Rogue opens up on you, Succubus. Anyone opens up on you, just Succubus. Then Fear Spam, dot them. And Nightfall, so is it Nightfall? Right, the procs that give you instant cast Shadow Bolts. So good, but what I love about being a priest when it comes to Nightfall, dude, first of all, Shadow Protection, amazing. Being undead, extra 10% Shadow resistance. And you can dispel their Nightfall procs. So if they're saving their Nightfall procs and you see it, dude, I'm always constantly dispelling Warlocks because, first of all, if they use, and we're supposed to be talking about Warlocks and positive stuff, but when it comes to sacrificing their pet, you could just dispel it. When they use their shadow protection thing, just dispel it. But honestly, I would say 1v1 Warlocks are probably the best, especially at endgame, like later towards the end of Nax. I would say one of the best 1v1 classes, hands down, in the game. Warlocks are so fucking good. Mumwa, bad Warlocks use Big Blue. It depends on who you're fighting, though, right? Depends on who you're fighting. You're fighting a caster. You want to use the Fell Hunter, right? To potentially take buffs off. And honestly, on a melee, you're probably going to want to use Succubus most of the time, right? But the Fell Hunter is really good in a lot of instances as well, especially when you're going against certain casters or as mages or priests. But like when a rogue jumps on you, dude, I don't even tell me how many times I went to go kill a Warlock. It's like, oh, this guy's squishy. I'm gonna go one shot him. I go to open up on him, boom, right away. I get and I was on a gnome, so there's nothing I can do about it. And they just destroyed me. It didn't even get like one hit on them, dude. Just constantly spamming fear, dotting you, and they're just so good in PvP.
pet is best for each situation.
Fell Hunter is great too. So it's situational, right? It's very situational. Blueberries only for grinding.
And using them
Gotcha.
effectively separates the scrubs from the pros.
Mm-hmm.
For example, fighting a warrior or a rogue, well, you might want to use your Voidwalker so you can sacrifice him.
See, personally, if I was fighting a warrior rogue, I think I would use Succubus, right? I don't know. Depends.
Providing a meaty shield to absorb a lot of damage. Or maybe you're fighting a mage. Well, you can use your Fell Hunter to counterspell him or dispel yourself. My favorite Warlock PvP build is a destruction-focused build that uses conflict.
So here's the Destro spec. So you have Nightfall, you have Shadowburn. You guys know what Shadowburn is? It's basically like an instant cast on a cooldown that uses a Soul Shard. So this is a really good spec, but I don't think you would. And Flag is amazing. A lot of DPS, really good.
Flaggerate and
A
Nightfall.
lot of burst. I'm sorry.
With Nightfall, you have a chance to get an instant cast Shadow Bolt from your Corruption.
And remember, guys, if you're PvPing as a Warlock and you have Nightfall, make sure you're putting Corruption on multiple targets. So if you're fighting another Warlock, Corruption him and his pet. If you're fighting multiple people, put Corruption on multiple targets, because that's more chances of Nightfall proccing. But also remember to get rid of them pretty quick, because Nightfall is dispellable. A priest can dispel it, a shaman can purge them off.
Ticks. This combined
Itis Watis, this is Platinum WoW. Let me put another link in to his videos real quick. Honestly, guys, I believe he's one of the best content creators out there right now. And not only, I'm not even talking about like just WoW, but I mean like initially, like everything. I actually worked with Platinum on a couple projects. We were working on a project together. He's part of the Classic WoW Live team. He's a huge supportive, in the community. He's an awesome guy. Please go give him. He's very close to hitting 10,000 subscribers on his channel, so that would be awesome if we could get there soon. He's at 99.25, guys. 99.25. If 75 of you guys went in there and subbed to him now, if you're not subbed to him, he would get 10,000. How awesome would that be? How awesome would that be, dude? Okay.
And with your Conflag and Shadowburn can provide some meaty burst. So there is some bad news if you're playing an Alliance Warlock.
Yeah, it is.
If you don't know already, Undead have a ratio ability called Will of the Forsaken. This means that as an Alliance Warlock, around 40% or more of the enemy player base is immune to your bread and butter spells, like Fear, Death Coil, and Seduction. This isn't good if you plan on playing an Alliance Warlock. You really need to focus on other aspects of your class, as well as engineering to really pick fights with the big boys. Speaking of engineering, let's talk about professions. So if you want to go PvP, I suggest engineering, of course, but I'd suggest tailoring for a more PvE-focused player. Tailoring can craft the Shadow Weave set, like I mentioned, and it can also craft Robes of the Void, which is a fantastic pre-raid best-in-slot item. I strongly recommend tailoring because you can also craft the Bloodvine set. This set comes out when ZG is released, and it's the best-in-slot until Nax.
There you go.
Which is a shame because, I mean, just look at it.
It looks so bad.
It's disgusting.
It looks so bad.
And you have all these cool raid tiers, but this gross, goodwill, flea-infested mess of an outfit is the best in slot. I mean, seriously, it's disgusting. This is why we should have transmog in Classic WoW.
No. No, God, no.
Okay, maybe I was overreacting there, but it is really disgusting. So back in early Classic WoW, Warlocks could get the Living Bomb debuff from Barongeddon and MC on their demons.
Oh my god, dude.
What they could then do is dismiss the pet, and then summon them back in Major City, utterly nuking everyone around them.
I gotta say,
Succubuses had a different model.
Warlocks are great fun, dude. Being able to summon, what are they called? The giant demons that they summon, and one person dies. Like, Warlocks, you can just have a lot of fun as a Warlock, dude. Yeah, Bloodvine equals hobo
back
set.
in beta, and I believe early Classic, and they looked like this. But
dude.
You know what? Let's just let's just cover that up a little bit. I don't want to get a banned on YouTube yet. Thank you. Early in Vanilla WoW, Warlock's damage was bad. Not like less than ideal bad, but
really
just flat out horrible compared to other classes. Thankfully, Classic will be based on 1.12, so Warlocks won't be an utter laughingstock on the
Infernal,
damage meters.
yes.
Warlocks have a spell and Firestone that you could summon and could...
Okay, the Firestones and Spellstones, dude, so good. I think, honestly, not enough people use these. They're so fucking cool. Removes all magic effects from the caster and will absorb 900 magic damage for 1 minute. Improves chance to get a critical strike with spells by 1%. I think they're so cool, man. Enchants the main hand weapon with... And the great thing is about offhand weapons, you can use it and then put on your offhand right away. Like, you can... It doesn't matter. You can just change it, swap them while in combat. Warlock was a joke in early vanilla.
To
They
be
really were.
equipped in
Yeah,
your
Infernal.
offhand.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
Firestones in particular were the most
Early
useless
succubus, I
items
know,
in
right?
all
Right,
of WoW,
Jumanji?
because it buffed Warlock's melee damage.
Yeah, the major Firestone, not so good. But the Spellstone, absolutely.
How did this even get in the game? Hey, Chris. You know what'd be funny? What if we just added like an offhand item that warlocks could make that just buffs their melee damage, just to like mess with 12-year-olds? You know what, man? I don't really care. This game isn't gonna matter anyways. Just put it in.
Oh, I miss them
in
so
short,
much.
I'd recommend
Or
this
at
class
least
for
Chris.
anybody who's looking to play caster, someone who doesn't mind farming some soul shards.
Soul
You
shards.
try and say farm some soul
Farm some
shards
soul
5
shard.
times fast, okay?
Farm some soul shards. Farm some soul shards. Farm some soul shards. Farm some
not
soul
easy.
shards. I can do it. Farm some soul
Like
shards.
a PvP focused class with a high skill ceiling and someone who loves
Just
a bit
got
of
dark as
edginess
shit,
in their
dude.
lives. Hey, so thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like and comment and tell
Well, there
me
you go,
what
guys.
class you
That's Warlocks for you. So honestly, guys, yeah, Warlocks are great. They do great in PvP, great in PvE, especially endgame, and the utility they bring is amazing. And the one thing I'm gonna bring home to you guys here is every class, pretty much every class, has something more to offer just than PvP, just than healing, just than DPS. Tanking class, yeah, it's pretty much just tanking. But when it comes down to it, right? Shamans, priests, look at all the healing classes for a second. Shamans, priests, and druids. It's not just about the healing. Shamans offer things like totems, amazing utility when it comes to buffing damage, to buffing, helping people reducing threat, giving them mana. I mean, so much utility. Not to mention they can also have wipe prevention in the form of Ankh. So if your whole raid wipes and you have an Ankh, boom, there you go. You can now res the raid. It's not just about healing with them. They have so many different things they can do. You can, remove poisons, diseases. Great class for so many things. Priests, again, guys, yeah, the healing is great, but to be able to dispel magic, huge, amazing. You're going to be dispelling magic on a lot of fights where that's going to be your primary thing over healing. Like, dispelling is, I can't tell you how important it is on a lot of fights. Not to mention you have things like Mind Soothe, which can help out in dungeons, Mind Control, which can help out huge in certain dungeons. So much other utility that you can bring to the table as a priest. And again, of course, Druid, amazing amount of utility in the form of battle res, in the form of innervate. You have a great AoE healed. A lot of people forget to mention Tranquility is amazing. It's really good. Yeah, innervate's awesome. So as far as healing goes, and then of course your DPS classes, rogues, yeah, they do probably are one of the most selfish classes in the fact that they don't have buffs. At least warriors have things like battle shout. They could tank as well. But rogues, don't forget, guys. When you get when you go to that dungeon and that's Dire Maul or Skullman's, you need to open that door. They can open that door. It's another aspect of utility. When you get that lockbox and you're like, oh shit, there could be an epic in here or a blue. Who's gonna open that for you? The rogue. It's not always just about the DPS. Door services are huge in vanilla, absolutely huge, as well as opening lockboxes. Warriors, just the fact that they can tank, I mean, that's one of the most helpful things in the world. And when we look at the caster classes such as mages and warlocks, first of all, mages offer some of the best utility in the game, some of the best hard crown control in the game with polymorph. They also offer portals, food, water, amazing amount of benefits as a mage. Warlocks, I would argue even more. You have health stones, you have soul stones, you have summoning, you have banishing, you have curse of elements. You have all these things that benefit the raid that isn't just damage. And especially in certain raids, it's really, really important. Hunters, you have your trank shot, you have traps, and that's about it for hunters. No, I'm kidding. But trank shot can be huge in a lot of raids, taking off those enrages, certain buffs. It's really, really important. Traps are really good because it doesn't matter if it's a humanoid, whatever. If it's a trap, traps usually work. They'll work depending on I'm sure. Is there anything immune to traps? I'm not even sure right now. But elementals, But you can trap almost anything. And then, of course, forgot to mention with Priest, you also have Shackle. So if you're in a dungeon where there's undead, such as Skullomance, Stratholme, Shackle's a huge, amazing... I love being able to Shackle. It's so freaking cool. So guys, like every single class in the game, Paladins, you know, they have probably one of the biggest lists of things that can help. You have a wipe prevention with Divine Intervention. You have Bop. You have Bubble. You have all the amazing blessings in the game. Just so much shit you can do. Being able to buff or put debuffs on the targets that give mana back, that give health back. So many different flavorful things in Classic, guys. It's not just about DPS. It's not just about healing. There's so many other things you can do and bring to the table. Let me read some of these. Lockpicking is so nice. Pocket it is. Isn't it, brother? I'd say another thing druids definitely bring to the table is thorns. Oh, Viv, thank you, brother. Great point, dude. Helps AoE tanking a ton. Thorns, guys, when you put that on a tank, oh my god, man. Huge, amazing help with AoE tanking. I was looking at my druid again, and I went in my recount and looked at how much damage thorns did on a certain fight where I tanked like 3 or 4 mobs. It did like 20% or like 15% of the damage. That's huge for a buff that takes 1 second to put on you and lasts 10 minutes. I mean, that's amazing. Thorns is so good, and it's great points. Another thing that I completely skipped over, didn't even think about. Seven says, I have a quick question. I'm planning to play a priest. I'd really like to roll a human. Is Fear Ward a really deal breaker in terms of raid spots? Step, you know what, man? There will be okay. Will there be guilds out there or raids out there that will take a dwarf over a human because of Fear Ward? Yes, it will happen. But I don't think it will happen as much as you tend to think. You know, the thing about warriors you got to remember is they already have 2 other ways to break out of fears. One's a longer cooldown, one's only 30 seconds. But being able to put Fear Ward on other people, such as healers, or having that tank to be able to have that other thing is a deal. It is important for certain raids more than others. Like an MC, there's only like a couple bosses, you know, that actually fear. I think was it 1 boss that actually fears. In, you know, Nefarian, of course, is big. You know, honestly, I would just say play what you want to play, man. I mean, yeah, there may be like a couple instances where someone's going to be like, oh, you know, dwarf over human. Fear Ward, it is really good. But you got to remember, the human spirit is pretty good too. That's 5% extra spirit. And when you're if you have the talents such as spiritual healing, you're getting, you know, more potential plus healing there. So that's nice. I personally, Sheppen, I think that's how you say your name. I would play a dwarf, not just because of the min-maxing aspect of it, but personally I do like the dwarf because of stone form and other things. And I do think Fear Ward is also an amazing spell. But to answer your question, yes, a little bit, to an extent. There will be some people who will take a dwarf over human, especially if it's needed for that raid or for that fight. But that doesn't mean that you will still be able to find a raid slot very easily as a human priest, very easily. The fact that you're a priest already is good. You're pretty much guaranteed a raid spot. So don't think of that too much, because being a priest, you already did the best thing and you picked a priest. So, but yes, there will be some guilds that are very min-maxing and will say, you know, to bring that dwarf because of, you know, and it's just a great thing to put on to people in dungeons, things like that, to know that, you know, even if they forget to use a certain button or if they screw up, at least they have that Fear Word to back them up. But it's not necessary to the point where, you know, I mean, we don't have it on the Horde at all, so just look at it like that, you know. Warlock's best PvP class in the game, period. Holy Fortnite. I tend to agree with you there, brother, to an extent. But it's once they're pretty well geared also. But I, as a Shadow Priest, have given Warlocks a run for their money, brother. You got to remember, man, if they're doing it correctly, they're using their Fell Hunter, they're going to try and get, you know, but if I'm fully buffed and I have all my buffs, it's going to take them a while to get down to that Shadow Protection buff. So, but yes, Holy Fortnite, Warlocks are amazing in PvP, especially 1v1. I would say probably one of the best classes in the game, 1v1. Rogues enter the chat. Yeah, if it doesn't matter, it doesn't do much damage. It's the fact that it's another damage source, and it helps threat. So Uranus says dwarf priests just don't make sense fantasy wise. They make sense as a paladin or hunter. I hear you, dude. I hear you. And if that's your contention, if that's what you want to do, then don't play dwarf. And like I said, just being a priest is definitely enough for a lot of times to get you into the raid. You know, there will be other dwarf priests out there. Trust me, there will be, and they'll give fear word to the tank or whoever needs it. If you want to play human priest, dude, go out there and do it. 100%, just do it. Diplomacy might be a sleeper on the, and that's what another thing, dude. Diplomacy is really good as well. So you have diplomacy, and you have the human spirit, two amazing racials. So don't forget about that, brother. Human priests have some nice extra spirit. Exactly, Viv. Iron Mother says, I've never met a tank raider that's a stoner. Iron, either have I. Great point. I haven't either. Shadow Priest is the only class that can always beat a lock. Yeah, holy. That's. I will admit, as a Shadow Priest, I've been beaten by a really good lock before. I mean, a really good lock. Not to say that I'm like a really good Shadow Priest or anything like that, but Uranus, I can see dwarves being priests, the older, wiser ones. Then prefer healing than combat. In the books, we see some dwarf priests. Yeah, I can say, but I definitely do see the human for myself, at least. And it's all your personal connection, right? Holy Fortnite says, I main a lock, and I think I can beat most Nax gear players with only tier 1 gear. Wow. Wow, that's... Whew. There's some fine words, Holy Fortnite. That's... Hey, man. That warlocks are very powerful, but if you can do that, that would be a sight to see, brother. No problem, Stefan. Paladins are combat priests in WoW lore. Yeah, dwarfs should be horde. Ally can have Tauren. What? Atticus, you crazy, dude. VX Cosmos says MMOs has one common thing. There will always be less tank/healers than DPS, unless we're talking hardcore raiding or world server first pushers. People will be happy to get a healer regular. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. That's the thing, man. There's always going to be a need for a healer, usually, and that's a great point. VX Cosmos is, if you want to play human, go ahead and do it, because the most part is you're gonna find a spot. You're gonna find a spot. That's quite a good lore. Yeah, it is, brother. Stop it. Shadow Ward is strong against S-Priest. Dude, it is. But, Pocket, Shadow Ward can be dispelled by a priest. Remember that, brother. So as soon as I see a Warlock put up that Shadow Ward, instantly dispel. And there you go. Gone. I mean, it's just that good. And not to mention that a priest can dispel their Nightfall procs. A priest can dispel everything off them. Arles says, no, Tarn. Oh, let's put that music back on for a second. I'm sorry. Where'd it go? Let's go back to that music. Put on the music. Oh, where'd it go? One second. I'm sorry. Missio. Let's put on some Dunmero to finish off tonight, guys. Love me some Dunmero. Alright, so, is anyone here rolling a Gnome Warrior? Uranus? No, I am not. And I don't know. Say F gnomes. No. Lightford Tarn confirmed. Oh god, please. Gnome Warriors should have a permanent minus 90% attack power. Our left. I agree, dude. I agree. Minus 90% attack power. Oh, dude. Poor gnomes, man. I hate on them too much, I feel like. No matter how powerful a warlock is, will always be a rogue. Will always be a rogue more powerful than you. I don't know about the horrific life. I mean, yes, there are some really good rogues out there, but I've seen some warlocks totally destroy rogues. You gotta remember, though, a really good rogue, there's always going to be someone out there who's like better than you playstyle, right? I mean, for me at least. And I know that, no matter what, even if it's a class that I can really do good at, if you have all of your engineering items, if you have all your PvP items, like, get the hell out of Numeragon right now, I'm sorry. I hate the music there. I don't hate it, but this is what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear the beautiful music of Dunmarach. But yeah, I mean, like, there's always going to be a class or someone out there who normally your class would do good at killing him, like, you know, say a mage versus a warrior. But then there's that one warrior who is just, you know, he has title charm, he has everything up his sleeve, and just has the skill. So you know, in my opinion, there's always room for someone else to be the contender, to be on top. How do shamans do 1 versus 1, Vango? So they can do very well 1 versus 1, especially in elemental. So elemental is one of those specs where you can kind of blow someone up all the time, depending on your crits or not. So shamans are really good against a lot of classes. So remember, you have things like grounding totem against casters. You can kite melee classes. And if you're enhancement and you get lucky and get some win for your procs, you can literally like one-hit people. But it's again, it's very luck based. So shamans can do very good 1v1. I would say elemental, for me, is the spec that I would usually go 1v1, and it can be very powerful. You know, someone opens up on you, and, you know, say you get away, put an earthbind down, and it can manage to blow them up in you know, a lightning bolt, chain lightning, shock, and they all crit. Very potentially strong, very potentially strong. They can do very well 1v1. Not as good as a warlock, not as usually good as a rogue, not as good as a shadow priest on you know, paper, on normal. But there are people out there who just know how to play elemental shamans or even enhancement shamans very well, and they can do really good 1v1. Rogues can be easily seen though. 60% stealth, and warlocks are so tanky. So yeah, Truepack, if they have the points in improved stealth though, it'll be a little bit harder. But yeah, imagine if that warlock is a human too and he has perception. That's a huge thing there as well. Jumanji Joe, I'll be rolling gnomes into their graves. I love it, Jumanji Joe. So Aviv says, warrior better than warlock, rar, fight me. Ooh, I love it, dude. Hey man, I've seen some amazing warriors out there who just destroyed everyone. You know, when a warrior is really geared and they get really lucky, they can just delete people. It's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. And that's what's really cool about vanilla. I feel like as far as PvP, there's so many different circumstances and instances and things that can happen. You know, a crit could just make or break someone. A win for your proc could just make or break this. You know, a warlock getting off a fear in time. Just so many little things that can happen that can turn a fight. So a lot of times you might duel this mage and you might beat him twice, and then he might beat you twice, and then there's like, and that's what I love about vanilla PvP. And I think vanilla PvP is literally probably one of the most complex PvP systems in WoW. I mean, the Burning Crusade was pretty complex as well when it came to arenas, but when I'm talking 1v1 fights, it's just so complex with the amount of items that you can use, with engineering, one-off items such as, you know, Skull of Impending Doom, you know, even things like I use all the time. I love my jungle remedies. I always have a stack of jungle remedies on me as a priest to get ready for that friggin' hunter that's going to use a Viper Sting on me. There's just so many little cool items that you can use and put into your fight that can, you know, mind control helm, just all these awesome things, man. And it can really change the tempo and really make things a lot more interesting. And I fucking love vanilla PvP, dude. I fucking love it so much. Survive all Wind Fury procs. Good luck, Mumwe. Good luck, brother. If a shaman engaged combat, mostly win. That's true. That there is nothing a rogue can do if you 1v1. You will always see a rogue from so far away. Shadowburn already half dead, and that's true. So for a warlock, says Mark Markson, you have you got to remember, guys, you have lesser invisibility, so you can potentially see rogues a lot better than most other classes. So yes, it is very hard for a rogue to get that opener, but I've gotten opener on warlocks before. But you have to, I mean, I would just sprint at them and from behind. But if you know that a duel is coming and you know that a rogue is about to jump you, of course you're gonna be actively looking more so. And then again, guys, as soon as you open, and if you have if you get an opener off, right, the warlock is just going to probably instantly use a succubus on you. So, you know, if you're an undead or forsaken, then you can have some benefits there. But it's very hard as a rogue for a warlock. And, you know, getting feared once and getting a full fear off as a rogue, as that warlock against a rogue, is just deadly, very deadly. But that's what I love about Classic, man, because there are circumstances where a rogue can manage to get the upper hand, but it's pretty rare, and they're going to have to work for it. They're going to have to work for it. But I fucking love vanilla PvP, dude. Arleth, okay. You don't know, you haven't seen that video PvP with level 1 gear killing. Oh yeah, Terrific Life. Yeah, we've seen it. But remember, dude, that happened back in vanilla. And that he was doing it against people that, you know, were not as geared and not as skilled as players are now. But and that those were in the early days, so rogues, if you remember World of Roguecraft, things like that. Yeah, rogues are amazing in PvP. I'm not going to say they're not. Rogues can potentially really destroy a lot of classes, especially if you're going, you know, a prep spec where you have preparation, where you can use double vanish, double blind. You know, they're very strong, and you know, being able to re-stealth, and a good rogue knowing what he's doing can really give any class a run for his money. Absolutely, absolutely. But Terrific Life, I want you to just check up on YouTube after this and just watch some Warlock 1v1 vanilla videos, and you'll just see how good a Warlock can be in 1v1 scenarios. And just for yourself, just do a little research into it, man, because it surprised the hell out of me. It did. Before I knew a lot about locks, it surprised the hell out of me. I agree, while vanilla is paper, rock, scissors, there's still room for skill and outplays. Absolutely, Viv. Shamans are the backbone of the horde, always needed and super solid in duels. Dude, I love that. Enhancement, you must pray to the Earth Mother. For Wind Fury, even then, they have a good self-healing and speed. Great point, Arleth. And remember, man, and you know, if you're going to play, I feel like the racials go so well with Shaman. So, War Stomp, amazing racial for Shaman. You know, being able to War Stomp and, you know, drop an Earthbind and run away and Ghost Wolf, or Earth Stomp, a lesser healing wave, or Earth Stomp chain heal. And then Hardiness, amazing racial for any, you know, whether you're enhancement, elemental, so good to have that resist to stun, we'll just say. And then Berserker, I mean, oh my god, just an amazing talent, dude. I'm sorry, racial that is beneficial for healing, DPS, just amazing. Death to all gnomes, says Atticus. Yes, brother. Alright. Guys, I'm going to have to end the stream here in a bit, in about 5 minutes or so. I just wanted to read a couple more of the chat. I also wanted to say, guys, thank you so much. I know the stream was a little scuffed today. We had like 240, I think it was like 270 or something like that we got to. And then my damn internet cut out. And I just want to say again, guys, within a couple months or so, we're going to be living in a different place with a hard line. Won't have to deal with that. Hopefully that won't happen again. But I just want to apologize again. But I want to thank everyone for coming back and staying with me for the rest of this. I had a fucking amazing time tonight. But let's read some more of the chat before we end. Can keep up with the right consumables, and if you have talents in the right Ghost Wolf, it's alright. But yeah, you mostly go Ellie. Arleth, that's how I feel, brother. And dude, let's not forget just how fucking good free action pots are, right? Oh my god, dude. Like a free action pot, like that's the thing, like if you're going against someone who has free action pots, who has you know, resist trinkets, who has, you know, Skull of Impending Doom, and has all these things, dude. I don't care what class you are. If you don't have those things, say as a rogue, and the other person has Tidal Charm and all those things, that person's probably going to beat you. Probably going to beat you. I mean, unless you're just like decked out and you know, you get lucky and use all your cooldowns. I mean, it's so cool that, you know, you can bring other things to the table and increase your chances that way. I love that. The I win button that drops in CG. Yeah. You talking about the increase your spell power and all that? Yeah. If it wasn't for RNG burst, no one would play enhancement. That's probably true. VX Cosmos that enhancement is easy to kite and do RNG dependent. Elias for PvP and shamans. Yeah, dude, I love them both. Honestly, I really do. Pre-vanish, then perception, easy clap. Ooh, dude, I'm loving this, man. Everyone's got their. Oh, dude, I can't wait for fucking classic, boys. Enhance can keep up with the right consumables, and if you go talent into the right Ghost Wolf, it's alright. But yeah, mostly go Ellie. What about classic beta releasing? Yeah, J3 Oblivion, I don't know about that, brother. We haven't heard anything. It's getting a little bit late for a beta in for what I'm thinking. Like I don't know what's gonna happen, but it seems a little late for a beta, doesn't it, guys? I don't know, man. And like we've talked about this yesterday in Dock and Stream, what it might do to the hype, but I feel like potentially they can get so much out of having a beta. But I mean, I personally, as a content creator, would love to see a beta. Would love to. Yeah, Van Gogh Shamans have Purge too. I imagine that is great for some. Absolutely. I mean, Van Gogh, imagine going against a Paladin, right? And he bops, and you purge his bop. Or imagine he uses Hand of Freedom, or I'm sorry, Blessing of Freedom, and he purges that off of him. Like, it's so amazing to be able to do that. Paladin Masterclass. PvP or PvE server, and why? Uranus PvP server, hands down, because PvP for me is almost half the game for me. I love world PvP. I love being able to just, you know, it doesn't feel right for me to be in the zone and not have that feeling of someone can kill me at any time. I love the battles you can get into. It just feels more natural and more real for me, and it's more immersive for me as well. I hope that's a good answer for you, brother. PvP, because I don't use a pacifier anymore. Fresh, folks, that's great. Neither RP PvP if we get it. VX Cosmos, great point, brother. Oh, sorry about that. I hit my mic. PvP is not dealing with no life Melvins. Be camping my corpse for hours. That's a good point. That's a good. Everyone's got good points, brother. I hear it. RP PvP is being announced very soon, guys. Uranus, you think so, man? I honestly think so. I think the. Okay. I said this before, and the fact that they even mentioned RP PvP servers, they kind of shot themselves in the foot. That's all I think, man. RP PvP means less XXL Legolas XXX names, less griefing and corpse camping, feels more mature compared to regular PvP servers. VX Cosmos, I agree. Community-wise, I agree, dude. I agree. PvP, something special about vanilla with world PvP with fields of corpses. Yes, fucking A, dude. There's nothing better than killing that gnome rogue that ganked you before. Killing that gnome rogue. Yes. Agreed. What happened there? Whoa. Can you talk a bit about healing priest in PvP? I did talk about that a little bit in the last video, Robert. But basically, healing priest in PvP, it is very, very good. It is hard sometimes as a priest in PvP because they do go after you a lot. But the main thing is, man, is you want to play defensively, play in the back, make sure that you keep yourself bubbled up, you fear anyone that's near you. But I like to go discipline in PvP, and mostly a heavier discipline build where you have improved inner fire, because that extra armor is just really useful. But I'm gonna do more talking about priests at another time, Robert. So stay tuned for that. Definitely gonna talk more about priests. You're still live, bro. I left the stream up, went grocery shopping, came home. Here we are again. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Yeah, Outbreak. I'm actually going to be ending in about a couple minutes. I just wanted to read a couple more of the chat. I wanted to thank everybody again for coming out. And again, just remind everyone, we have class coming out in like 2 months or so, guys. It's going to be fucking amazing. It's going to be great. 2-3 months. Who knows? Could be soon. Could be very soon. But, Tarn have more rage. I suspect the game as whole will feel more mature than it did 15 years ago. The average age of the player base is going to be a lot higher. That's true, Uranus. To a certain extent, it is true. But I wouldn't say that for like servers that like streamers are going to be on and stuff like that. I'd say, but I think you're right to an extent, and will be more mature. Yeah, maybe. It's hard not to be Orc due to the stun resist. I know, Viv, but Tarn looks so cool. Viv, dude, that's my thing, man. And I love War Stomp as well. I love it. God damn, these grapes are so good. Atticus. Thank you, brother. That means a lot. There you go, guys. Atticus is about to start a stream up on YouTube and Twitch. Going to be discussing PvP builds, 1v1 matchups, and overall. There you go. Absolutely. Damn. Gotta go check that out, guys. Yeah, I don't think there will be a beta either, guys. When's the release date? I don't know, John. I don't know, Ben. I don't know. Looking for a second to level Pally Lock combo in Classic. Ooh, that sounds great, dude. I hope for your sakes as Shadow Priest that dual trick exists where you could duel someone and toward the end of their life cast a dot on them, duel ends, dot ticks, they die, dude. That Outbreak, and have you ever dueled with a shaman and you Searing Totem, and at the very end the duel ends and Searing Totem hits them and kills them? I killed Melderon by doing that last night. It was fucking great. Just sitting there dueling, and there's like 2 people out there watching us, and he dies, and this guy runs past, and I started teabagging him. He's like, oh, look at that, Melderon from YouTube, dead. And it was so funny, dude. I fucking love doing that. Okay, well. Oh. Real life is a PvP server. Go out and bash some skulls if you want to live to be harder for other people. Hell yeah. They were crying when they heard the news. While Happiness Fading must come out soon. Oh, Daka. Until WoW comes out, brother, I'll be here for you, Daka. If you need someone to brighten up your day, come check if I'm streaming, brother. I'll try to brighten up your day. Alright, guys. RP PvP was always fun. Loved fighting. Guys, thank you again so much. I'm going to read. Got like 2 or 3 more minutes here. Have like 300k on my 3800 Voldemort, no BGs. Wow, dude, are you serious, fresh folks? That's crazy. STV Nam was my major roadblock on my warrior. Mass warriors kept breaking out, dude. Massive wars in ST, brother. STV. But that is part of leveling STV. If you don't want it, then don't go to STV. You can bypass STV pretty easily. You know, you can go to Desolus. There's other places you can level. But if you want to experience that PvP, that world PvP, and you go to STV, baby, that's what you do. What's the next stream going to be about and when? So Uranus, I'm most likely going to be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow at about 3:30 p.m. EST. I'm still debating what it's going to be about, though. So what would you guys like for it to be about? I mean, I was thinking about, so we went over and talked about, you know, endgame expectations for each class, but I was thinking about doing something a little bit more fun tomorrow, and I'm still debating on what exactly the topic's going to be, but I was thinking about doing, so I want to do another deep dive soon, so we could do like a BWL deep dive, but I don't think it's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be kind of like a 2.5 hour just kind of fun stream. I do have to do something tomorrow as well, but depending on what time I get home. So, just thinking about that now. I'd have to go meet my dad actually tomorrow for his birthday. So I don't know what time I'm gonna be home from that. I just remember that. So don't listen to when I said 3:30. So I'll let you guys know it's gonna be tomorrow or Tuesday. Either gonna be tomorrow or Tuesday. Have you guys done a BW? No, Viv, not yet, Viv. There you go, answered that. That's a good question. So my plan was to stream tomorrow, but our plans kind of just changed recently. I don't know what time we'll be home by, but hopefully pretty early. If you guys aren't part of the Discord, definitely join the Discord. I'll keep you guys all in touch through there. Exploring old zones, barons maybe. Happy birthday to your dad. Thank you, Arla. Thank you, brother. Yeah, so, I'm gonna be meeting my dad, like, downtown tomorrow. Tell your dad that Classic WoW community sends him a big happy birthday. Atticus, thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, my dad's gonna be 63, man. 63 tomorrow. And, yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna take him downtown, maybe, like, go get something to eat, and just have a good time. Any notable loot? Etc. That's a good idea. Talking about dungeons... So first one could be Dead Mines, for example, and which classes excelled at them. That's a good idea, Uranus. Like talking about different dungeons, looking at the epic pieces of loot through them. We can like go through Dead Mines. The first one's SFK, Ragefire, Wailing Caverns, things like that. That's a really good idea, Uranus. We might do something like that. I hope Classic comes out sooner than August. Gunslinger, so do I, brother. So do I. Gnome on Gnome Love. I'll have to watch the VOD. Yeah. Okay, so how old are you and your brother? So Outbreak, I am 30. I'm 30 years old, and Melderon is 35. 35. Just keep saying Uranus. Uranus. What do you use to edit your videos? I got an idea. I want to mess with you and would like to make a few videos. So I use, it's a free software, and it's called, shit, I forget the name of it right. Hold on. God, all these tabs are up. Oh my God. I use, oh, now I just remember. It's called DaVinci Resolve is what I use. And it's a free software that we use, and it's actually pretty damn good. I would definitely recommend downloading it. DaVinci Resolve, download the free version of it, and it's pretty good. Yes, Zoral, I was born in 1988, brother. Year of the Dragon. Year of the Dragon. I'm 32, getting old, still gonna roll kids on Classic. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Outbreak. I love it. Most people make a huge point and say Uranus or Uranus, whereas this guy just straight up says Uranus. Exactly, dude. Uranus. I love you too, Uranus. I love you, brother. Josh W. The reality is, I don't care if it took another 2 years to finish Classic. I just want it to be the same, never change, and always up. That's the dream, man. Josh W. Thank you, brother. I hear you, brother. That deserves a salute. And it absolutely, I feel you. I mean, you know, part of me just wants it, but I would wait. If it meant waiting another couple months, whatever, for it to be perfect and to be no changes, I hear you on that, Josh. I do. I fucking hear you. Def Camp loves Uranus. I do. I'm actually a pretty big fan. I actually really like astronomy, not astrology. Astronomy. I love like studying the stars and shit. All right, guys. 40 years old? Wait. Are you saying you turn 40 tomorrow? VX Cosmos? Is your birthday tomorrow? Really? Holding it up in here. Well, happy birthday, VX Cosmos. If your birthday's tomorrow, that's fucking awesome, brother. Men peak at 50. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. A lot of more mature people are going to be playing Classic, and I love that. That's going to be awesome. Imagine you're a 42-year-old woman, GG. Everyone loves Uranus. Absolutely. All right, guys. Once again, thank you all for coming out tonight, and I really want to thank you guys for coming back to the stream. Even though what happened. We're back. We did it. We had a good stream. You guys are literally the best, absolutely the best community on fucking YouTube in Classic WoW ever. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you all so much. Again, I'm gonna link the Discord one more time because I really want you guys to check the Discord to figure out if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow or not. I'm going to try to. I really want to. It also depends on what time we get home from being out at my dad's and all. So check the Discord. The plan is to stream tomorrow. If not, it will definitely be here on Tuesday without a doubt. Guys, go and check Atticus out right now. He's going to be streaming, right? Here's a link to the Twitch and YouTube for anyone who wants to come watch PvP discussion on streams. Yes, guys, please go ahead. Check out Atticus. He's going to be streaming right here. I'm going to be ending the stream now. So please, guys, if you want to go and continue the hype train, continue talking about Classic WoW with someone who knows what he's talking about, with someone who has a really great, just amazing like personality, really fun guy. Go over and check Atticus out, guys. Go ahead over there now. He's about to go live right now. Awesome, Atticus. That is awesome to fucking hear, dude. I'll be checking it out for a minute before I have to hit the sack. So, good night, everyone. I love you all. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight, guys. Until next time, guys, keep on key binding and grinding. I love you all. Peace. Have a good one, guys. Remember, go over to Atticus. Give him some love, guys. Watch his stream. See you guys.